Okay, can you guys hear me? We're streaming from a different setup today, and I tested this, and no, it looks like my mic didn't get set to the right volume, but it's pretty close. But yeah, so hopefully, I want to start with that. If you can hear me, then I'll move on to step two. But yeah, hey yo, hey Ryman. And hey Hideo. Yeah, okay, you can hear me. Okay, good. So next is you can see what's happening over here, right? I want to make sure this gets set up. That keyboard is the one that's going to control the stream machine. You shouldn't hear that too frequently. It's going to be the regular, everything should sound the same because I didn't change that. But I want to make sure all this stuff works. Stream started mid-sentence. Okay, that's a little unusual, but everything else should be fine, I hope. Anyway, yeah, so we got to prepare for the first stuff today, and there are a couple different components of that. So I'm not going to clean up the to-do list today. We got to spend as much time as we can on like real stuff. Hey, Lumi Code. Wasn't the point if you could stream from the laptop while doing work on it? Yeah, but I want to mimic the setup that I'm going to have at the first event. So at the first event, they're streaming through another machine. So I want to do the same thing. So I believe the microphone, camera, all that stuff is going to be handled for me. And if not, I mean, I guess I'll struggle with that on the day, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be how it works. Is that light not even on behind me? That's weird. Oh, I wonder if that got unplugged. This doesn't really matter, but I do want to look into this really fast. And hey, C17R and Taylor4 Gamers. Yeah, so Adam is going to be traveling on Wednesday. See, the different keyboard is on your actual PC, not the laptop. Oh yeah, no, I'm using the exact same keyboard I normally use for the laptop. I'll be traveling with this. I don't want to change basically anything about my setup. So then the keyboard that you hear for the stream PC, whoa, that's loud, is this. This is the mechanical keyboard that I have. VS Code looks laggy. It's going to be a little bit bad because of how I'm streaming today, I think. Because yeah, it will sound a little bit laggy. If I ITYPESOMETHING, you're going to see some lag between that. The reason why is because the laptop is being cast over the network. That won't be the case during the event. But I don't have the setup that they'll have at the event. At the event, they're going to use like an HDMI splitter or something like that and a bunch of crazy, I don't know what. It's like real professional stuff. What I've got here is just the bare bones, the basics. So I think it'll work for today. It might be a little bit frustrating to watch. I'm not sure. Don't have a capture card. So I have a capture card, but the only time that I had tried that was when it had crashed. And yeah, I don't know if I trust that. Let me try something else over here really fast. I want to just see if that light can go on. It's not going to go on, I guess. Well, that sucks. Oh well. I'll have to figure that out later. It could not even be plugged in for all I know. But yeah, so let's get the last, whoops, typing on the wrong keyboard. Let me get the today command from before. Okay, so this was the planning doc. Let me load that up over here. I'm not gonna have two computers at the setup there, so I won't need to look between monitors and stuff. Oh boy. Hey, Subi. It's not Friday. I just want to get the Friday today command. Yep. Okay. I think this is good. An estimate regarding the end of lunch? Yeah, it should be about 1:30 for me. But Hideo, I can end the stream early. I could do this like 2 hours beforehand. I didn't mean to change any of your plans. Yeah, let me put this in here. I actually can't do this a different way. By the way, I'll get some speed on this at some point. This is a very different setup for me right now. See this for more information. The goal is to have submitted the mobile apps to their respective stores by then, and to have planned for all of the content that I'll stream. Yeah. Nice slideshow. Is it really bad? Because the only other thing I might be able to do, yeah, actually, I don't know. This might just be bad for today and tomorrow. You know what I could do though? I could stream from this today, and if everything seems to work today, then maybe we can just leave it at that. It's kind of bad. I wonder if I had just made my voice come through the laptop, if that would have been better. In fact, we could kind of test that out really fast. This will sound bad. It's not going to be high quality mic at this point, but let me try something. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Like I said, it's going to sound worse. I just want to see if this would make the lag seem better. First, I want to see if you can hear me. Very quiet. Okay, so I'm not gonna stream like this. I just want to test for a second if I'm typing over here, does it sound like it's less laggy or seem like it's less laggy? It didn't seem that laggy there. Okay, and hey, Muggle. And PWS, yeah, okay. So I think it's just going to be laggy for today or tomorrow. I will probably, maybe I'll just do it for today from this. I have no way of accessing chat, by the way. Let me do this over here. Is a link going to work? Oh, there we go. It's the audio tricking you into, okay, yeah. Yeah, so that won't be a problem on the actual day. There we go. I'll just close this. I don't have two monitors set up on the laptop either. There are a lot of little differences between this and the final setup. Yeah, it's a lie. People may be just used to no lag. Yeah, that's it. And yeah. All right, well, the only other thing I should probably do is make a command really fast talking about my janky setup. I don't know what to even say for that stuff. Also, I guess while I'm typing over here, I could still stream from my original computer, so... Oh wait, no, can I not do that? Oh, there we go. So this is a test. This should have no lag and sound very annoying. Well, so the annoyance, like I said, should just be for today. And it should just be for you guys. The goal is to, yeah, so I'm gonna write a little note about this. So first setup maybe. Yeah, let's do that. And Julie. So Adam is streaming for today and possibly, I'll just say for the week of, no, I'll just say for Monday and Tuesday. Adam is streaming from the laptop that he'll be using at the first event. This means that there will be visible lag because he can't replicate the setup, the professional setup that first actually has. Oh, and Julie, welcome back. I actually don't know if I have, I don't even know how to do this. I don't know if I have any sort of sound set up, so I can't tell. But anyway, welcome back. Thanks for resubbing. Okay, so let's paste this over here. Okay, so I think we're good now. I think I want to move on to the mobile stuff. I'm going to switch back to my laptop. So we're back over here where you're going to see some lag. And the goal is to merge those PRs. So let's go take a look. Check Hideo's messages. Oh, may I missed your last message. Are you just talking about this message? No. Oh my God. I'm never going to get used to this. Oops, that didn't paste correctly because I'm on two different computers and you can't do that. Are you talking about the message where you said having lag between what you hear and what you can see would be annoying for people? And what, Perry? Watch that interview when I lasted 20 seconds? Oh, the SNES guy? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, the meetup. Oh yeah, I did miss that. N-2 pointed to a different thing. So 1:30 would be 10:30 p.m. Let's say 2:30 then for you, so you can get set up with Android Studio and everything. Well, that setup with Android Studio and everything I wanted to do now, and we could do it at like 8:30 p.m. for you if you want. And yes, and Julian, I said hi to you guys too. The person controlling the puppet thing. Yeah, so that's apparently how he streams too, and that's the question. I think his name is Business on Twitch. Okay, so the goal for today, first of all, I got to get this cleared out over here. Okay, so goal for today is to test apps on actual devices, then prepare content for first. Hey, Smash. And then there's one other thing I should probably do here, which is link in that straw poll from the other day, except for I don't know where that straw poll went. All right, yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of help today. Can someone get the straw poll from Friday? Yeah. So test apps on actual devices. If you do it earlier than 2:30 p.m. What? Hate level 2 to hate level 5? Oh, you rescheduled what your plans were? And yeah, thank you, yo. That is it. Yeah, this stream is going to be super wonky. For anyone who's watching the stream who's not a regular viewer, just turn away, go to someone else's stream. This is probably going to suck. Okay, let's load this up over here. Straw poll 17803.209/. Okay. Change to something else, but I won't be home until this time. Okay, yeah, got it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can plan for roughly 2:30 then. Did I type this wrong? I did. Okay. Hey, Twisted Seed. Hey, Leftist. So we got a bunch of responses back about this stuff. And yeah, reaction messages, taunt messages. So a bunch of like social interaction stuff. A new weapon in the game. Ability to share replays. Separate tool, single player content. Vision indicator. Okay. Given that the top ones got so many votes, I think we should definitely do those. Be cool. Streamer tells new viewers to go away, not old viewers. All right, well, we'll plan for that in a bit. Let's go to the mobile apps. So we got a PR here. Why do old viewers have to deal with this? Because you guys have been around for a long time. You know me. New viewers don't. Okay, so before we get rid of any code, we're going to have to test this. And I think this links to the other PRs. No, it doesn't. Oh, where did that go? I won't have this issue at the actual event. I'll be using one computer and I'll have set everything up ahead of time. Hey, Thomas. It was a gist? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have that set up on Discord then. I can just look at it there. Let me get my Discord set up. Don't even know my age. Well, that's on you, because you could totally figure that out. Yeah, this weekend was very busy. Yesterday did not go the way I expected it to. The only work I got done was in prepping for this stream, really. What I wanted to do is prep for the event. And yeah, I didn't really get to do that. Okay, I got the gist up on my other computer, which is only partially helpful. Let's just copy it over to here. Oh, wait. So first is the first event. I know it sounds weird because it's also an English word that's very frequently used. Do the lights work? I am not sure, to be honest. And I'm glad, Smoo. Hey, Clayman. Let me take a look. I wonder if my IP address changed. Because the lights should be fine. Yeah, they don't work. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Nothing's ever going to be easy here. I don't know if my IP address changed. Yeah, I can take a look really fast. Oh, man. Well, a lot of what I'm doing today, they're just like fake problems. Hey, Peaky. Yeah, you were scammed. You were definitely scammed. Let's see. We will get to actual work today. This is kind of similar to even how a regular day would go, because on a regular day I'd be working through my to-do list. So my IP address did not actually change. I wonder if my local IP changed. Huh. Yeah, I say fake problems because at the day of the event I shouldn't have... Darn it, what is going on? On the day of the event, I should have a different setup completely. Yeah, I don't know why the lights would stop working. Oh, unless I... No, I don't know. Maybe there's some problem with my like hue bridge or something. Because, yeah, something's messed up. But I'm getting all the commands here. But anyway, it's not worth worrying about for right now. I'll just write a note that it's broken. Yeah, it is work, but it's not the kind of work that I exactly wanted to do. One of the things I learned from doing that demo at Soba was that saying, "Oh, the mobile apps are coming in a couple weeks," that kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm not taking my lights with me, and there's some amount of pretending that I'm there that I want to do, and some amount of like I still want the stream to be entertaining. But I'll write this down. The lights don't seem to be working. Yeah, I'll wear that. No, I can't set something up like that. All right, so the gist, I never got it because I have no way of transferring these. So we're just gonna type in a URL. Again, this will not be a thing that I do on the day of. 06 AEF26 this AB1E8C44D2087. So I hope I typed that correctly, otherwise this is gonna take a lot longer. How nice I did. All right, so we got this one. I think this is what we're gonna start with, is the iOS app. So to test this application, you need this branch running locally. Okay, let's go get that branch. HD mobile integration. So you guys are gonna see some lag between what I'm saying I'm doing and what I'm actually doing. You guys shouldn't be able to see me type this, right? Yeah. Okay, so BLL get branch. That doesn't work. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to fix that too. Yeah, so any technical problems that happen that would also happen to the event, we need to stop and actually fix. And that's one of them. Yeah, in slow motion. That sucks. So let me go to user profile, bash profile. BLL is its own function here, but it's in the C drive now. And I think that'll work. So if we do source bash and then BLL. No, that's not the right directory. I got it working over here. I did put in some effort to get this stuff set up the same way. There, that should work. Also, I should probably increase the size of this, right? Yeah, nice, that worked. Okay, so now we should be able to do git branch, and I'm on master. I'm gonna do git fetch Hideo. Oh, I never added Hideo's remote. Although that hopefully won't be a problem on the day of. But I forgot how to do this. So let's look at sucky OneNote and not the good version of OneNote. Oh, shift scrolling doesn't go horizontally? Oh, that sucks. Okay, so git. Oh, and you have to zoom in on every single one too? I don't like that either. I'm gonna be zooming all the time. Is there a way to change that? The default zoom level? Because yeah, every time I click a new one, it's gonna change. What if I click that zoom level? Oh, it's per note? Oh, that's not too bad then. Yeah, so if I click a new note now, it's gonna be smaller. Okay. Did new people sign up? I think so. So one of the things that you guys commented on was that the viewership was really high for that event, but the comments were really low, like chat was dead. And the reason why is because the viewership came from people who were on twitch.tv. Like nothing after the slash of twitch.tv. And so those people might not have actually been watching at all. They might have just been going to whatever link would have come after that, like searching for Fortnite. Even if they were watching, they might not have been in chat. And I don't know what the rest of the content was that day. So for all I know, it was really dry, and they were just like, I'm just going to tune this out. Why am I using sucky OneNote? Because I can't get OneNote 2013 on this computer. Yeah, there's no chat on the front page, but you could click through that stream and then get to the chat there, though. I imagine some people would click the stream. Yeah, but I can't imagine it's too many, right? Like, was that content probably interesting to new viewers? When did I start my stream? You always have access to the Atom time command and the uptime command. So the combination of those two should give you whatever answers you need now. But yeah, about 21 minutes ago. And you thought you heard a different keyboard? Yeah, I'm using 2 different keyboards today. I've got the mechanical one here, and then I've got the regular one here. Anyway, I gotta add a remote. Oh man, this new OneNote. I'll have to get used to that. So add name of URL, name of remote. So get remote add Hideo, and then URL of remote. I gotta figure out how to do that. I think we can just click this. That did not seem to work. Does it click this one maybe? Ah, that one worked. So URL of remote. I don't know if we put in the HTTPS URL. I'm gonna try that though. Hey Maui. Wow, dude. That's also pretty good. Usually you've been leading with some pretty good first jokes, and I don't mean the non-profit at this point. Just whatever you type first in the stream. I'll also use git, although on Windows, not even sure it'll work. Well, let me try the way you say, and then I can always fall back to this. So yeah, let's do that. Hey Romania, hey Kosi. A view duck, that's right. Okay, so now what if I did this? Git fetch Hideo. Yeah, that worked. Okay, so we'll write that in the notes then too. Oh, I had this written here. For the URL, you can use either the HTTPS version or the Git version. Okay. Although you should likely prefer the Git version. So I'll just copy this command that I had here. Examples here and here. Okay, cool. Yeah, it gives you the link to that. Yeah, and I know about that. That's where I actually got this from, but I won't remember in the future maybe. Is it your network causing source lag? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so the laptop is on Wi-Fi right now because I only have one Ethernet cord coming up here, and I thought this might be good enough. It's not, but we'll only have this problem today. I might just stream from my regular computer tomorrow. Hey Parse, hey Gan. And thank you. I will hopefully have a good coding week. I think I'm going to need all the well wishes and luck that I can get. So now we'll switch to this branch that we were supposed to switch to. Then we can start doing some of the actual checks here. So this Hideo HD mobile integration. HD mobile integration. And instead of get branch, it's get checkout. Please commit your changes. Pawn, welcome back. I don't know if you guys are seeing or hearing any resub notifications because my setup is super wonky. The other thing is they're going to be totally turned off at the end of this week. Does that mean your laptop has no Ethernet? No, it does. I think it's better to have the Ethernet cord on my stream machine. Otherwise, everything would probably be bad. And I drop a bunch of frames. Hey, Derek. Hey, Pawn. No notifications. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. Because I have a notification thing enabled. Huh. I actually don't know. Let me try that. Wonder if that does anything. Probably not. Well, like I said, it's not going to matter for the day of the event. I do appreciate the resubs in the meantime, but yeah, I won't be able to say anything about them, I think, at the event. I'm not supposed to highlight anything that costs money. Well, actually, what I'm not supposed to do is ask people to do something that costs money. So if I said something like, hey, if you guys like what you see, click the follow button, that's apparently fine. But if I ever, and I would never say this, if you like what you see, click the subscribe button, that'll get me like booted right off the stage. So I've got to be a little bit careful about that. So I was thinking I just won't have any of those notifications on at all. Now I can't obviously stop them from showing up in chat, but I can stop them from showing up on the stream. But hey, MPJ, hey, fun function, and thanks for the raid, and hi all you viewers. Today I wanna lay the right groundwork for this stream. This is a preparation stream for an event that I'm gonna be doing on Thursday and Friday from Houston. And so I'm streaming from a laptop right now that's going through my desktop, and I've got 2 keyboards and 2 mice on my desk. And we're going to try to get some work done. It's probably going to be pretty tough to do, to be honest, because I'm still getting used to this setup. And this setup doesn't completely mimic what's happening on Thursday anyway. So yeah, welcome to the stream. What I normally work on here is a game called Botland. And that's kind of what I'll be doing today. I'll be testing the mobile apps that I've got for this, and also work on some content that I'll be doing for Thursday. But yeah, how was the stream, fun function? I caught the end of your last VOD where you rated me, and when you saw my name and the numbers after, you said, that's quite a brand he has there. But I hope you're liking Twitch. I hope you guys are liking the content. There's a delay because of this setup. And yeah, RevRox, thank you for resubbing. Yeah, the prep is going on. I'm going to be kind of all over the place today. And we're just going to hopefully make some progress. So this won't be a regular stream where, I don't know, I'm doing like coding the whole day and everything. We are going to do some investigations about tasks today for whether I could do that content on Thursday and Friday. So for those of you curious, yeah, there's the link that I can't even show this on screen right now because I don't have chat open. I really should just have chat open, but then I can't show whispers. I guess we could just do that. Yeah. Let me load that up over here. And I think I can turn off whispers on just this computer. I don't remember where. General. Add whispers to history. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you hide these. But anyway, if I type the today command over here again, because I can't see it on this computer, then this is the document that I was talking about. This is what mentions that I'm going to be traveling, doing this event for a nonprofit organization. So you might find that interesting to read. I'll pin this for now. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much first time, I think, except for the very first streams that I did when we didn't even have a guest bedroom. We lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, and I was doing that from the living room at that point. Anyway, back to testing apps, finally. Settings, streamer, hide whispers. Okay, got it. Where art thou? There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you check NDI frame rate and see if that's set to 60? You mean on the stream machine? I don't even know where that gets set. Or is that on the source machine? Because yeah, let's take a look. No, it shouldn't be here, I think. On the source PC, right click on your context bar. Oh, really? Huh. I like can't even see these icons. I set the DPI to be like the proper DPI for this. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Ski Dog. I don't know if I just missed it from there or what, but I didn't see something. Also, this can be turned off, shut down. Huh. Found this article. Am I using OBS on both? Yeah, I'm using OBS on both. And how to benefit from NVenc. I don't think I can do that on the laptop. I read a bunch of stuff about that, and I wrote it down in OBS, I think. Yeah, laptop not displaying properly. There's some link here. I'll put this in the chat. And Raimo just sent me a whisper and it didn't show up. So yeah, this shows that I can. Wow, does that not copy the link the way I expect? Man. You don't have to do that. What? It sounded like I have to, because if I close OBS, this thing will just freeze for you guys. I think I'm using a different setup from how Slobs works normally. but I don't know. If you open scan converter on your source PC, it'll work. Okay, well, let me write this down. But I guess I should say running. Instead of running OBS itself, just less overhead on the source PC. Okay, I'll copy that too. Well, using a proper keyboard for this, nah. I still have my Microsoft. I'm going to be bringing this to the event. I want my regular keyboard there because I cannot use this laptop keyboard. I can kind of, I'm not going to do this. I want to actually get work done today. And I know that so far this is horrendous, but this is actually part of the prep for first. So I guess everything's fine. Oh, how often do I use a different keyboard? Like never. Yeah, I should just bring the piano, type with that. Okay, icons. So how do I go about doing this? I need to run this whole version. So let's do that. Let's take this, put this over here, and just close out of everything. And just do run all again. Okay. Now, I got my wife's iPad password, so I can finally use this. And I installed Test Flight. So I should just have to install that app, I believe. Does it mention this? The release build uses a local URL to the development version of Botland. We need to change that before submitting for review. Yeah, it uses a local URL. What is that local URL? Yeah, the IP won't be good. Right. So what do I do about this? Hey, what? Well, let me at least see if I can log in with Test Flight. I probably can't because this is my wife's account. Oh man. I guess I could just add the app to my wife's account, maybe. I don't think you'll change your PC this day. Oh, I could just host it on my main computer. Yeah, that should be fine. We could do that. Okay, so we'll switch back to this. So now this is my main computer. And let's go. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is like the worst stream I've ever done. Oh. Yeah, I might just have to stop this early. Anyway, okay, so what was I gonna do? I had to switch to that branch. First, I guess we need to make sure we don't have any changes here. So git status. I don't think I do. Actually, I guess we could just check over here. I wrote to myself, this is not the right PC because I kept grabbing the wrong mouse. Yeah, I think this is fine. So we'll check out to that same branch too. iOS. I need to get the name of the branch. It's HD mobile integration. Okay, so. Integration, good. All right, then we need to run this. My branch is ahead. How's that possible? Oh, did I never push my changes with the... Uh-oh. No, I have fixed typos here. I never did because I split it into 2 commits. And I didn't do that. No, that's not the Ergodox. The Ergodox doesn't have the clicky switches. Hang on, let me take a look at this off screen for a sec. If I do git log, I must have changes that yeah. April 12th. Yeah, 3 days ago is when I looked at this. Wait a second, but fixed typos is... Oh, that's what I did from the web UI. Yeah, I'd never pushed this. Oh, no. Okay, so this should work. And this should also actually kick off a Circle CI process. Hey, Pickle. This should update here automatically. Did it not? I don't see it. I don't know if refreshing is going to do this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what I messed up. I apparently made a new... No, I didn't even make a new branch. Yep, I don't know what I did wrong. Well, this is running somewhere. I don't know where. What branch is this? Just login process. Yeah, this is correct, but where is this running from? I don't even see. PR 284. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, this is the client code. So this pushed to here. Yeah, it pushed to this. Yeah. This worked fine then. Okay. That's good. That should now affect this. Okay, good. Yeah. I think we can get this to work. Oh, okay, so if I go back to that, I'm on the right branch and I should be up to date. So if I do a git push here, it should do nothing. Okay, that's weird. Ooh, no, I must be pushing, hang on a second. Yeah, this is trying to push to my remote. So now I just run the game. Professional streamer here, everybody. Oh man. All right, and then I can launch this from my iPad if I had set up the right email address, which I didn't. You currently have no apps to test. Tap on the public link or email invitation again to join the beta, or contact the developer for an invitation code. All right, if anyone's ever wiped out an iPad before, how long does it take to switch an account from like account A to account B? Because I'm pretty sure an iPad is just a single account the whole time, right? There's no like I can have both at the same time. Because right now it's set up for my wife's email address, and I think I need to set it up for mine. And I don't know how long that's going to take. Is this like re-imaging the whole iPad, or is it just logging into a new account? Because I've never done that before. Depends on your backup size. The backup size on the destination account, so my account, because I have no backups. But she did give me permission to completely wipe everything out. So I'm totally fine hitting the nuclear launch button here. Then go ahead. But I mean, it's not going to take too long. And what do I even do to do this? Changing user account on iPad. iPay. 7 steps to change iTunes account. Okay, fine. Find the settings app. Scroll and find iTunes and App Store. Got it. The wipe doesn't take that long. That's good. Okay, inside this section, your current Apple ID that you're logged in should be shown. Yep, it's my wife's. Tap on the current one. Tap on sign out. Should ask for a new Apple ID at this stage. Okay, sign in. Okay, now I have no idea what this is. So hang on a sec. Let's switch back to the laptop. That way I don't accidentally show whatever password I'm about to use. You might consider changing the store account. No need to reset. That's what I'm trying now. Yeah, and I want to see if this works. But I got to figure out what my Apple ID even is. I got it. Okay, so it's this at hunter2.hunter3. And my password is some unreadable blob of nonsense. So, hey, upgrading Dave. I want to just remind everyone, any new viewers to this stream, this is going to be the worst stream. So normally I'm doing regular programming content. Today I'm preparing for an event that's happening later this week, and I need this event to go very well. And I don't want to make the organization look bad that I'm working for. So I am sacrificing stream quality in order to make sure that that goes smoothly. Now, you might ask, why are you even streaming this in the first place if you're trying to shoo away new viewers? That's a great question. I think the reason why is because I wanted to make sure that my laptop would actually work for this. Hey, Jippo. Okay, two-factor authentication. A message has been sent to another iPad, this one, with a number that I have to type in. Oh my God. This is crazy. Take care, Krasner. All right, a sign-in has been requested from city that I live in, and the code is 3999999. Okay. Hey, Nerd Rage, and hey, Waz. People can always learn how to be properly prepared. Oh, this is such a specific thing that I'm doing here. Apple ID has not yet been used in the iTunes store. Tap review to sign in and review your account information. Do I need... What is going on? Do I need a credit card on file? I think the answer is no when we check this, right? Right now there's just a white box. Oh, here we go. Okay. So the white box filled in, and yes, I think I need a credit card. What if I just said next and didn't do anything? You must complete the entire form. Do I have my wallet here? No, I don't. 4444444. Don't leak your credit card information. Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna just go grab my wallet really fast. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, credit card. Oh, leftist was right. Actually is a bunch of 4s. Well, that should be easy to type in. Okay. So, I gotta do this really fast. And I obviously can't tell you guys what I'm typing in here or anything. So, number 4444444444444. Okay, good. Expires April 2044. CVV 444. Okay, oh, now it needs my address. I'm sorry. Like I said, this is gonna be the worst stream. Alright, now this actually I have to think for, because despite living here for however long, I just never seem to be able to type this in. Alright. This is the best content on Twitch. Good old Washington at the bottom of the state list. Alright, and then they need a phone number too. Alright, next. This better work. Guys, please don't use my credit card number. Please don't charge all your Fortnite dances to my account. Okay, Apple ID completed. So now I guess we can use this. Also, hey Robin. And hey Eds. You know, I used to have a credit card with my Sonic Popsicle picture on it. I never actually activated that card, but I don't keep it in my wallet. Alright, now what do I do? Can I just like use test flight now? Hey, develop it. Oh, I think we're making progress. Oh, leftist, thank you. Thanks for gifting us up. And Waz, welcome. It says no apps available to test. I gotta click the link in my email. I don't have that link. I don't know what that is. Good God. The mail are not the same, so I guess I need to click the link from the email. Yeah, which means I need to go find the first email that I got. Probably search for test flight and then just manually type in the link or something. Oh, the link is crazy. This is like the end boss of the URL game. All right, I'm gonna need to find some way to copy this and send it to the iPad. What's the easiest way to do that? Open the mail? Open the mail? That sounds too easy. But I don't have mail on this iPad. I don't know how to do this. Gmail or whatever? So you're saying like install the Gmail app and then use it? Because okay, I could do that. I thought that'd be harder than just typing out. Oh, you know what I could do? I could use a link shortener to shorten the link. Or I'll just sign in with Safari like Hideo says. Fine. Fine, Hideo. Gmail.com. I like the link shortener route. Okay. Yeah, I think link shortener would be pretty clever. Keep us posted on Discord. Yeah, so just FYI, brief overview this week. Today, just totally stupid stream. Don't watch this. Tomorrow will be more prep of the content, I think, for Thursday. Wednesday, no stream. I'm going to be flying. And then Thursday, there's only going to be probably 2 hours of stream. And you shouldn't talk in this chat, I think. You should probably talk in the other chat. But I don't know. We'll figure that out. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on here. All right, I'm going to log in over here. Look at how concentrated I am. Here, I can hold this up so you know I'm doing something that you guys can't see. Enter your password. Okay, hold on. Can't let this reflect off my glasses. Actually, I don't even know my password. It's in my muscle memory for a keyboard. Hang on a second. I'm gonna have to type it in order to figure out what it is. Oh, almost typed that with the wrong keyboard. Okay, let's make sure I'm doing this on the right computer. Oh my god. Okay, I know what it is. I'm just busy messing everything up, everybody. This is a train wreck, I agree. Okay, now two-step verification, so we take out a third device. And now, can you see my password? It's literally my finger. So don't take that and steal it and use it for your own devices. Because now you know how I sign in. It better all work in the end. Might stay a little longer loving this stream. It's about to get even worse. You hear those sounds in the distance? It's going to be this bzzz. Okay, so I'm not interested in the Gmail app. Let's keep going. All right, now I should get my test flight link. I am logged into my email. Wow, I do not even know where search is. I don't know. Okay, well, let's just mark it as unread on my other machine, because I actually found that. And that way it'll show up in my unread folder. Good. Now we just tap unread over here. And... aha. No, I didn't find it. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, hang on a second. Yeah, lights don't work today. It's getting the signal, but something's going wrong. I don't know what. This just confirms it. It's like the test post, please ignore. Okay, so I'm supposed to search for something with... oh, there is the search. I found it. I know how to use programs. Okay, I got it. I got the link. View in test flight. Open. Yes. And now it's saying... okay, check it out. I wanted to use it, but it popped up enjoying test flight. Rate it on the App Store. Who's rating test flight? Not now. Okay, so install Botland. Nice. Okay, could not install Botland. Test flight is currently unavailable. Try again later. Well, you're getting a 1-star rating, Apple. We'll see what Apple has to say about that. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. It just says it can't install it. Looking at this at work and I don't get anything done at all. It's much harder as a viewer, I think. Well, especially if you're new to the stream, because it's a new distraction. Whereas for me, I've gotten used to this distraction. Okay. So it apparently installed despite that error. Can you use TensorFlow? No, I don't think so. So Botland would like to send you notifications. Huh. So right at install time it asks about this? It's interesting. I wonder, actually, yeah, I have a question about this. Let me write this down. So what happens if we don't allow notifications at installation time? And then you try enabling them in the app. Okay, so it says the servers are online, but they're likely being upgraded. Try again in a bit. And yet, this knows what branch I'm on. I wonder if I can access this even on localhost. Can I? No, I can't. Okay, so this is not a problem. Let me switch back to my main computer. In fact, it sounds like I'm just going to be streaming from my main computer today. I don't know. Excuse me. So I need to figure this out. And this is usually caused by a shared variable not being true, or one of the servers not being online. What's going on with that? Oh, this crashed. A game server registered, but it's out of date. That shouldn't matter. Just run this again. Can't enable them in-app if they've been disabled. But I wonder if I can check to see if it's been disabled and at least pop up something saying as much. Yeah. Okay. So, believe you get another callback if it's disabled. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. So why is this thing failing here? The game server is, oh, maybe my build processes are down. Yeah, they are. Okay. Not an issue. We can fix this. Okay. There we go. We're on the way to fixing this. Oh yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing. Ha. Gotta be a little careful. Yeah, we have the technology. So we'll rerun this. We'll probably rerun this and this. There. Then everything should be online. That is not working still. I wonder, let me try something else here. Also, how many of you are annoyed by this keyboard sound compared to the other one? Because I think it's probably annoying if you got used to the last one. So if I do select star from game version, what is this trying to load? 96. If I just deleted those. Much better, definitely louder. You don't like it, but you're not annoyed by it. Yeah, well, this won't be a constant for the stream. This will be today and tomorrow. That's why I'm curious about it. I'm sitting right next to you. I'm sitting in your ears right now. Yeah, the keyboard's annoying for you. Yeah, like I said, this won't be constant. Whenever I stream, I'm still going to be using the old keyboard, except for today and tomorrow probably, because like I said, prep. It's all about prep. Okay, so I think we can just delete this, or we can just upgrade this server version to match what the other one was. So this is expecting version 96, so let's just go edit that. So we'll just go to game package version 96. The annoying sounds keep continuing. Oh boy. Okay, we restart this and we restart this. I don't think I'm gonna buy a new keyboard for this. Yeah. I very rarely have to use two keyboards. And when I do, I guess we'll just switch to this. Oh, wait a second. That doesn't... I gotta update that for the YouTube video. Am I gonna have multiple monitors? Yeah, I will. I did ask about that. Yeah, it's a leaf blower or something. I don't know. I've never actually looked outside to see what that is that's making that sound. You'd think I would have after like 2 years of living here and hearing that every single Monday. Anyway, I think we finally got this online. So now I should be able to go to this in my browser. Yep, good. So that means that my iPad should also work. So how do you refresh? You don't. I gotta close all this stuff. Give me just a sec. Okay, so I'm loading up Botland. And it'll hopefully look the same as my computer looks. Yeah, there, we got the login page. Okay, so I'm gonna log in as, I'll just make a new account. In fact, actually, it's easier to make the new account on this machine. Yeah, let's do that. So sign up. We'll sign up as Adam iPad. There. Okay, and I'll turn this stuff off because I don't care about this. Don't you think Windows is bad for development? Did you change your name, Miku? Oh, you did a ton of times, but not from someone I remember. I would prefer to use Linux, I think, but I haven't actually switched. But yeah, that is a very leading question. I mean, but people are entitled to their own opinions. But I don't think I'll end up switching to Linux probably even this year at this rate. Okay, so I'm signing in on the iPad. So we should see the avatar page just like you see on my computer screen. Yep, so this is the same thing twice you're seeing. But now what I could do is, something went wrong. There's a 500 error somewhere. Might be able to see this in here. No, I don't see any problem here. You'll need credentials to change any notification stuff. Oh, this is on production, that's right. Right. So should I even bother testing the notification stuff, Hideo? Or should I just do the, no, I should just specify the correct passwords. Yeah, and then this would all work. Because the client doesn't need, yeah, that should work. Okay, so we gotta do that. So need to specify the right passwords and keep these private. You can, but you'll need to give tokens and a medium password. Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I don't know if this is super important to even test. Because Hideo did this stuff, and when the app is in prod, I can test it. It's a really bad way of looking at things, I think. Yeah, I'm just debating on what I should do. Well, let's switch back to the laptop. So this is still a question I have that I should, whoops, wrong computer. I'm gonna accidentally end my stream or something at some point. So I'll put this in here maybe. No, I'll put it in the mobile notification section. Focus on the Android one first. Yeah. Hey, Endurin. Yeah, today's a very weird day for the stream. Okay, Android one. How are we gonna do this then? Let me turn off the iPad, and I think the only way for me to test this is to plug in my phone to my computer, because I'm pretty sure the emulator wasn't working. Did I test a multi-computer streaming thing? Yeah, so what you're seeing now, see here is my laptop. It's kind of laggy. Oh no, I never switched over, did I? It's kind of laggy. You'll see it as I type. Yeah, so it's a little bit laggy. Get my branch, open Android Studio. Find out how Android Studio deals with that. Man, I wonder if it's worth even doing the testing on any of this. Should I be testing any of the notification stuff? Or just the apps themselves? Because if I just test the apps, it'd be a lot easier. I wouldn't have to worry about any password stuff. Let me see. Let me load this up really fast. I'm gonna press the attack button and we'll see what happens. So here. It's not gonna do anything. Oh, whoa, there it goes. That took a very long time. This is a pretty old iPad. And yeah, it looks like it didn't even render anything. So that sucks. Yeah, I'll try loading it one more time. I have a feeling this is going to keep happening, and I think this probably has to do with texture memory being used. But yeah, like I said, this iPad is just really bad. So even just loading the game takes a while. And then it gets in, it should pop up an error message probably saying that it can't fetch notifications. Then I'll press attack. It might have had to do with turning off the iPad. Although that's still something that regular users would probably do too. Is this ever going to even load? There it is. Yeah, and it goes to a white screen. Is there a picture or explanation? There's a command, but it doesn't really talk about the details too much. Yeah, so I can't actually even use the app on an old iPad. I wonder if they'd reject it from the store in this case, because it works on a new iPad. Okay, so the app won't even run on the old iPad. This is, I always forget what this is. It's like an iPad Air, I think, version 2. Well, I got the app at least. Hey, Supportic. I'll try one more thing. I'll just go to edit defense instead, and we'll see if that works. Because there shouldn't be any bots, so maybe it's going to be less memory being used. So let's see. I already pressed the button, so it should try loading soon. But yeah, I think this iPad is just garbage. As evidenced by me not pressing anything and it's still not doing anything, because it's still trying to process the original edit defense link. Is bot using allowed? I don't want it to be allowed. Not like meta botting is what I call it. This is not Java, this is JavaScript. Although you probably won't actually see much code for the next like hour or two. Then I will get to, okay, there we go. I will get to, and this loaded, nice. I'll get to coding a little bit later when I do some of the more content prep stuff. So I can load the game. I can presumably like test some of this out. Attacking just showed a white screen. Again, I assume that that's a texture memory problem, because even pages like this are loading. Oh no, it's just white screen. Okay, yeah, this sucks. I don't think there's anything I can really do about that. God, I wish I knew more about why that was happening though, but I don't even have a way to investigate that. I can only edit my defense, but then when I try to make a new blueprint, it white screens. Oh, nice reverse. Well, we could just stick to Android, I guess. Yeah, they're both using the same design, which is WebView wrappers. So technically, as long as this worked on Hideo's iPad, and I'm assuming, Hideo, you tried it on an iPad, right? Oh, you might not even be there anymore. But yeah, as long as it works on an iPad, and I can try it later on an iPhone maybe, then I think this should be okay. Never tested it on an iPad, okay. Yeah, if you could, if it's fast for you to test, that would be helpful. Can I update to a later version? Oh yeah, that's right. There is a new update available, but I think it required more memory free than what I had. So I don't think I could actually update, and I needed to delete apps for that. I don't know if that'll help. I'm on iOS 11 and it says I can update to iOS 12. I should probably just reset this whole thing, just factory reset it all. Yeah. But I don't think this is worth testing for me right now. We should try out the Android app. So should I just ditch this other computer until we get to the first stuff? I think it's going to be confusing if I don't do that. Yeah, let's just get to Android testing. So I'll just do this. We'll just put this computer to sleep. Put it in a headlock until it just loses blood flow. Hope this doesn't crash my main computer. Okay, no, it didn't. All right. Yeah, so we'll come back to this, I think. Or maybe we'll just do this tomorrow. I don't know. Violent. All right, so let's put this on the desk. Just annoy the heck out of everybody today. Actually, I guess if more people were annoyed than not by this, I should probably just plug in my old mouse and keyboard again. This is probably going to annoy even more people. Now that I put it on my desk. Yeah, this is going to be super annoying. I'll switch to the other keyboard. Okay. Like I said, this stream is going to be bad. Turn away now while you still have your sanity. Okay, so there's that. And the mouse. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna just go plug these things in. Hello, chat. I can't find the keyboard cord. There it is. Okay. There. Oh, Iziwa. It's going. I wouldn't say it's going well. All right, so we're back on this computer. You guys can see everything. This sounds normal, right? Okay, so now we just need to plug in the phone. 1 sec on that. I have an extension cable somewhere. This is the worst. Ah, I found it. Am I normally using Linux? No. On my regular laptop, I use Linux. On my desktop, I use Windows. And on the desktop that I'm going to be using for the event, I've got Windows on that too. So now we just need this. Yeah, all the light stuff is not working today. Although that's unusual. I don't know why that's happening. That should be fine. All right, so now I should be able to just plug this in and hopefully have this work. Looks different. Nothing should look different right now. Yeah, everything should look exactly the same as what you're used to. Hey, entertainer. You enjoyed Crypt the other day? So yeah, this is good. And now we want to load up Android Studio. Is that missing Karnak? Actually, Karnak is on. Yeah. I just wasn't pressing anything on my keyboard. And yeah, Wes, I have tons of stuff here. So generally in this stream, almost everything you'd want to know is a command. So if you typed any of extensions, plugins, VSC, VS Code, Visual Studio Code maybe, I think all of those are going to be commands that link to that blog post there. Okay. So I need this app. I don't have this app. And I think the only way to get it is to go to here. Now I need to pull this. Not everything's a command, just everything. Don't call me a silly human bot. So you want to quickly test the settings tab. Okay, no, I want to test just the app. So let's go get this repo, which I must have somewhere on my computer. Botland, no, it's not. Huh, well, we'll just clone it. Key. Never mind. Let's do it this way. Yeah. Already exists? Oh, it's there? What? How did I miss that the first time? Oh, no, maybe it didn't. It was created by the first one. By the way, I put Explorer in dark mode. I didn't realize I could even do that. Not a repository. Yeah, so I just need to remove this directory. Under Botland Android app. Directory not empty. What? What's in here? A duck kit? Oh man. So let's open this. Open command not found. Just delete. Whatever. That can't possibly be right. Yeah, I must need to add Hideo's thing as a remote now. Yeah. How'd you get dark mode? I think it's in settings. Let me take a quick look. It is... Huh, actually, I'm not totally sure where I even found this. Ah, here it is. Yeah, at the bottom of this. If you go to settings and then colors, and then at the very bottom it says choose your default app mode. And you can pick dark. And yeah, it's a different remote. Okay. How would I find this? Oh, it's a PR. Oh my God. Oh. That's all I had to do. Yeah, Zero, it didn't work on my laptop for some reason, but it worked on my desktop. I'm not sure what the difference is, or if I did something else. Okay, well, I have this HD boilerplate. This one's need that. So I want to add this as a remote. Yeah. Okay, so git remote add Hideo there, and then git fetch Hideo and git checkout HD boilerplate. Got it. Okay, so now I should be able to launch this. I keep trying to do that. It works outside of Bash, but not in Bash. So I should be able to launch this somehow, but I don't know exactly how it works. Maybe I could just point Android Studio at that folder. Well, let's try it out. New projects can either be opened in a new window or replace the project in the existing window. Yeah. It's already modified something. And okay, it's building. If I recall correctly, this takes forever. Like minutes. Yeah, so I think we're gonna have to just wait on that. But I do have my phone plugged in. So we should be able to find that here. I forgot how to do this too. Like I said, this is just a train wreck of a stream. If you came in here expecting anything to be good, just turn around. So there's some way to launch this on an actual phone. I used this for a total of maybe 3 hours of my entire life. So I don't remember how to do that. I think it's in the device manager, but I thought that was just virtual devices. Tools. Huh, I thought it was in this menu somewhere. No, that's definitely strange. Sync failed. But now it's just syncing it again. Weird. Yeah, the other ones are okay, right. But yeah, that first one is bad. Hey, Andres. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in tools there was supposed to be an AVD manager or something like that, right? Did I even mention this in here? Go to AVD manager. Yeah, I don't know where that is though. Tools, yeah, it is supposed to be there. I didn't forget this. It's not showing up though. Oh, there it is. Maybe it had to have finished building before it can do that? That's very strange. Now it says indexing. Okay, here we go. So this is the virtual device. Now how do we use a physical device? Because I think that's what the V is. It's for virtual. So maybe if I just choose run app, it'll give me my phone as a... Oh, nice. Connected devices. Okay, not bad. Hey, Bifo. There it is. Okay, so I'll just click OK on this, but before I do that, I want to say running on a physical device. To run on a physical device, make sure you have a device connected, then choose, before I do this, and choose run app. Then you should see your connected device there. Yeah, I've turned on device mode and everything. That's all set up. That's why this is showing up now. I just didn't know how to get to that anymore. But now I do. Okay, so we should see, and I can't probably show you. Yeah, I want to show you guys what I'm seeing, but it's kind of risky. But yeah, so I'm just looking at my phone's background right now, and then it's presumably going to launch the app at some point. But given that I never turned off notifications, I don't want to show my screen for too long. Actually, can I turn off notifications? I have do not disturb mode, but I'm pretty sure. I think they still pop up. I'm not positive. All right, well, we're just waiting for this to do something. I guess just build. And then we'll get the app. We won't be able to test notifications easily without changing the passwords that the servers are using. And then we can modify the code, merge all these pull requests, and then what? Then work on the first content, I think. Oh, darn it. Someone's knocking at the door. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got mail that I had to sign for. I've never had to do that before. So I assume this is very important. But they also got my wife's name wrong and our house wrong. So, Oh, man. I don't have a pen. I'm just gonna need to remember this for later. Let me just write it in OneNote or Notepad or something. No, I've never had to sign for mail. It's just a piece of mail. Like, I've signed for packages, I guess. Even that's pretty rare. Okay, well, I put the app on my phone in that time that I was gone. So now I have this here, and I guess I can show this, yeah. It's pretty common for business stuff. Yeah, I've just never had that happen. Okay, so I can log in. And is there any way you can duplicate your screen with this connected, I wonder? Huh. Well, signing in seems to work, and then it said something went wrong and has a retry button. Chrome inspect. I assume this is the failure to fetch notifications, maybe, but I'm not positive. Web view in this. Yeah, so here. And so as soon as I press sign in, you guys should see that it's going to fail. Did it just disconnect? Also, it didn't fail that time. It failed the very first time I loaded this up. Hey, farmhand. I'm not streaming from the laptop anymore, actually. Everything's just a huge mess. I don't know why that worked the second time, but not the first time. If only I'd had this inspected the first time. I wonder if there's anything I can do about that. Let me try refreshing this. And then maybe if I log into somebody else. It just crashed the app. Yeah, geez, I don't know. Although that could be because I hit refresh on the web view. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But now I don't even know where the app went. There it is. Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm not feeling super confident about this. Okay, so I'm gonna run the inspector again and just press this button. I think this would have failed the first time, whereas the second time I hit sign in. Yeah, it crashes the app as soon as I do that. Huh. Hey, Dead Sparrow. Okay, so let me try this without inspecting. I'll just launch the app and I'll press that debug button to log in. Check the log in Android Studio. Okay, let me try this. So that time, it looks like it just worked. Yeah, I don't think there are any problems. Let me see if I can play the game. So I'm going to try just putting down any random bot. Yeah, that all worked. I guess we could just show errors and figure out what happened. Failed to schedule configuration change. Huh. The SigSev, whatever. SigSeg V. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, let me see if I can get this to happen again, maybe. I don't know. What is it? What do you mean, what is it? Because I don't know what I'm looking at either right now. Yeah. Let me load the app one more time and see if something new happens here. I'm not going to clear this, I guess. But yeah, 10:02. Hey, Physotronic. I'm doing well. I have a lot to prepare for still for the events this week. And this is technically part of that. I mean, getting mobile apps working is pretty important. I see some low memory killer. Did I clear the console? I don't even think I did, right? Maybe it's just for each individual run of the app. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I don't think this is too bad. I mean, it did work eventually, and I think that as long as we make it pretty clear that like these are the very initial versions of the app, I think it'll be fine. Yeah. By the way, I want to link this in one more time to chat if you guys want to vote on what stuff I should do this week for first. Let me write this down. So when submitting apps, make sure to say that they're early beta versions and that they may be rough around the edges. You had to switch between sending data and something else in the USB debugger. Only then would it recognize the phone. Oh, I got it working on my phone. That's fine. I just ran into a couple errors when I did it. Okay, so then there are two things that I think we can do now. So two things remaining. One is to actually merge the pull requests. And two is to investigate the feasibility of the first content. Yeah. Neither one of these is too hard to do on its own. And I think this is what we should shift toward. So yeah. And I think I wrote down some things that we'll have to do as well. Let me save this up here. So straw poll on first content. Oh, this was in the Google Doc, now that I think about it. Man, did not remember that. Okay, so make sure the login flow properly handles device information. Make sure the comments reflect what's going on and why. Will the events be recorded and posted anywhere? I, for one, like to see you make a reaction message in the straw poll. Yeah, so the general information about this stuff is there in that Google link. And I think this talks about, yeah. So the streams are going to be on their main channel and also on mine. I made sure that when we were writing the contract for this stuff that I'm the one who owns the VODs at the end of this. So I can post them to YouTube. I don't really care about doing anything else with them. And I let them know that too. So if you go to wherever you normally find my past broadcasts, you'll see all the ones that are there now. After the event, you'll also see them for the event. So just like going to the normal VODs for the stream. You can go to my stream that day too, but I don't know how actively I'm going to be reading my own chat. There's going to be, and I think I mentioned this here, there's going to be a live audience. There's going to be the first channel pointing to mine, and then there's going to be my channel, and then my work that I have to do as well. Paste me on Discord your whole Android Studio logs. Okay, got it. I'll write that down. Do you want to attract people who are devs, or do you want to attract people in general? Because if it's general, you just do bug fixing and things like that. So that's not the kind of prep that we're going to be doing for the event, if that's what you're talking about. So regardless of who I'm targeting, we can't do any of that work for the event. With that said, for the event, I want to just, I guess, attract kind of the techie people who are there. And in the game in general is just people in general. Do I know rough times for the events? Yeah, I'm surprised I don't have that here, actually. I posted that in a different doc. Let me see if I can find that really fast. Sorry, all this stuff was kind of unorganized because the amount of work I have to do that you can't see on stream for the events has been a ton. So I haven't been able to just like fix up docs or tackle other things. And I've just been kind of like going kind of nonstop. Yesterday I had a tiny bit of a break because I couldn't focus for that long. But yeah, Saturday, almost the whole day was spent working on botland stuff. Friday, pretty much the entire day. And then of course there were the streams that you guys had seen. There's just a lot going on. Where did I put the first document? So what I'm trying to do is get to the point where, okay, here it is, where I'm like sane. And there are two components to that. It is feeling like I prepared and then getting sleep. So we're on the preparation part. Then I can try to relax a little bit more. Anyway, here's where I've got all this. I'll put this in chat and I'll try to link to it from this too. More details here. Yeah, this is not probably super helpful, but this has all the times and dates and then the topics. And yeah, there's some other things here too, I guess. This is a pretty small document because you can ignore all the expectation stuff, I think, at least for now. Oh yeah, got it, Hideo. Yep. Okay, so let's go try to merge this stuff. Let's start with the client code. And I think I already looked through all this, and I think we already did what I need to do other than these two items here. So remove the password, remove any to-do items. So yeah, we can go do that really fast. Let's make sure I'm on the right branch. Modifying the to-do list over here. Guess we need to make sure I have all these changes later. Oh, you shouldn't be torn, Physitronic. It's a multiple choice poll, so you can pick both of them. In fact, you should be picking both of them. The whole thing here was I wanted to know what are some ideas that people would like to see. So if you want to see all of them, then just check all of them. I probably should have made that clear, right? I did say which ideas, but yeah, I guess that's not the clearest. Yeah, no, you can pick as many as you want. Yeah, so please do pick as many as you want, because that way we don't just have a single vote for what people think is best, because if you were torn between like 5 options, then that would really skew these results. In fact, I wonder if other people voted that way. because maybe they thought this is like okay to do, but it's not the most important. Anyway, I think I got enough feedback, at least for the Thursday and Friday of this week. So I'll have some stuff I can do. And for all I know, we get there and I can do like half of one of these tasks. It's possible. All right, so this I'm going to undo. I don't think we need this anymore. Didn't notice yes. Oh, I mean, the other thing is that it does say at the bottom, if you go to vote, it says select all that apply, but that's in gray text. It might not be as obvious. Okay, I am on the correct branch at least. So let's go remove this. I'm actually going to do some coding work finally. Turn this back on. Oh, I never put to-dos next to it. Huh. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, I wrote password protect this until it's fully tested. So, hey Wiggy, thanks for resubbing. Yeah, welcome back. Good evening. So I need to do another deploy before the event as well. So before leaving for first, we need to deploy the notification code so that the apps are supported. Actually, this is long before doing this. This I need to do like by the end of today, I guess. Yeah, I'll just write that. But then before leaving for first, we need to commit all outstanding code and branches from desktop. So to-do lists are one of them, and then any other code, dev code branches that I may not have pushed. Yeah. All right, now let's get back to this. So we removed these from pretty much everywhere, right? I think so. Let's just remove them from everywhere. Test notification is going to keep it. That's the one place it's going to be kept. Yeah. So I removed it from 2 spots. Let's just go look at those really fast. We should see them pop up over here. Good. So posting to mobile notifications, which is what enables them. And then, what was the other one? Disabling mobile notifications. But you were always allowed to get them, I believe. Where'd that happen from? Get mobile notification settings. Should be there somewhere. What did I call this? Oh, I'm going crazy. I'm definitely going crazy. Enable, disable, get. There it is. Doesn't have the word mobile in it. There it is. Got it. Okay. So this one's good. And then should also be in the overseer. I think it might be needed in the overseer though, because regular users can't even use this. Yeah. Verify medium password. Revenge is third and taunt is second. I think people want to see the more social features in the game. I think that would be really good. Hey Goon. I'm doing well. I'm kind of a nervous wreck. And not really because I'm like so anxious about the event. It's just I want to make sure the quality is as good as it can be, and that involves prep. And so I'm just running around like a chicken with its head cut off right now, trying to figure out what to do. So this is on the account server. There is something that happens for this on the overseer as well. Like I said, I don't think I need to do anything there. We'll just search for medium. How big will the event be? Well, the event itself, there are going to be 70,000 attendees, but the amount of people who are going to be in the live audience for me is going to be like, I don't know, 100 or less. And the amount of people who will be watching online might be in the like mid thousands, so 5,000 to 7,000, I'm guessing. But I don't know how many of those people are going to care exactly about what I'm doing, or I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. So it's Thursday and Friday this week, and after Thursday, I think we'll have a pretty good idea for what to expect for Friday. So if you go to First Championship, you'll see some of those numbers there. They mention, yeah, 30,000 students, 70,000 attendees, a bunch of volunteers and teams and stuff. So I think I think I should act like there are going to be probably, let's say, like 500 people actively paying attention. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. So Physitronic, like I said, I'm not nervous in the sense of like stage fright kind of nervousness. I'm nervous in the sense that like, what if I can't get all this stuff done in time, and then I get there and I'm like, well, I really should have prepared more for this. It's like at that point, it's too late. Am I still gonna need guest mods for that? Anyone who might be around, yeah, I'd like to kind of still recruit. So I think I added you to the first channel in Discord. If not, I got to do that still. And there's a lot of stuff. I really prioritize setting up this laptop. So they shipped this to me. This was a brand new laptop, and I needed it to look exactly like this computer that you guys are watching from now. And so I spent a ton of time doing that. And I think that was really important. And even today, in the like small amount of time that I was still working on this, we found a couple of little differences. It doesn't really matter as long as I can use the computer. Technically, the bare minimum that I need is just my code and like Notepad, right? But I think that's really tough to do that. So I wanted to just make sure that it was set up a little bit closer to my setup. And that includes things like auto hotkey, so I can type out something like this. And I think that'll just make me more effective on stage. So yeah, this looks fine. I think we got rid of this. So this should be done. And then this is the last thing. So remove client code related to medium passwords. So search for this with this space. Did I highlight the space? Yeah, I did. And they should all be in here. What's this? Figure out how to use set state here without breaking the toolbox when switching tabs. This doesn't have to do notification stuff though. Yeah, this is different. If I need Helmatic. Yeah, I'll write that down too. Thank you, Wiggy. Yeah, I got it, yeah. Rather than when Microsoft made a stream on Twitch for the release of VS 2019. Couldn't make it work. Nobody gave them a hard time. You'll do great. Yeah, and I think that if it comes down to I run into the kinds of issues I run into on stream, like let's say I hit a bug and I'm like, oh, this is totally unrelated, but actually, why don't we try fixing this now? I think that sort of thing is fine. Even if I don't probably fix or do whatever I'm trying to do that day, it should probably still be fine. That's kind of the authentic experience. Yeah. And hey, paper. No love for block cursor. For, you mean like this? Because I do this from time to time. And Thanon, welcome back. You don't use the embedded view for To Do Plus? Oh yeah, no, this is just for this file basically, like Hideo said. And we're gonna remove this stuff. And I think all of these are gonna be gone. Yeah. So this is gone, and then this should be gone. And then let's search for, whoops, I did not mean to copy what Wiggy said there. This and this. Good, so delete all that. Now go through the rest of the to-do items. So swap before, so we want the regular token and not this token. And then we want the shimmed request and not this one. Good, so that one's done. We should have, what, another like 3 functions, and I think there are like 2 to-dos per function. It's also very straightforward work. It's just important to make sure that this stuff is the same. So let's just take a quick look. This should match this, good. And response and request, yep, good, cool. Okay, cool, good, yeah. And it might turn out that we get there on Thursday and we realize, oh man, this is actually lighter moderation than we expected. And yeah, that's totally fine too. I'll probably still have made you guys mods ahead of time. So much to do. So set should be the same way, yep. And then I believe there's one more, yep, here it is. Good. And good. All right, not too bad. By the way, for anyone who didn't see on Discord, Saturday night was going to be the SOBA event, the Seattle Online Broadcaster Association. It's a bunch of Twitch streamers who meet up around here. It's actually not just Twitch streamers, but Twitch sponsors that particular event. And so that channel was on the front page of Twitch, and they said that they were going to do an interview with me. They did. And that is all linked through Discord right now. There were also a bunch of people who came up and just checked out the game. And you know what was pretty nice is that it was very similar to what I've seen through the stream. There are a lot of people, one of my first questions I asked was, do you like strategy games? And so many people kind of like hemmed and hawed a little bit. They're like, well, some strategy games. And I don't think they were saying like, oh, I might not like your game. I think they just honestly didn't like strategy games, a lot of them. And as far as genres go, I would say FPS, RPG, probably like platformers. These are really popular genres, and maybe somewhere toward the bottom is strategy. And beneath that might be like, I don't know. Yeah, I actually don't know what would be lower than that. Maybe like, I was gonna say sports or racing games are probably even higher than that actually, right? Maybe racing games are lower than that. I'm not sure. But yeah, strategy I think is pretty low on the list as far as what people would like just across all genres without even considering specific games. Hey, Extreme. Didn't see in the Discord channel. Will you be live the same time frame you normally are? No, that's all covered in the today command. The link specifically that you'll want is this one that says I wrote up more details here. This has all the times. And then the other thing I try to do is keep my schedule panel updated in the stream itself. So if you just scroll down here, you should see this stuff. And the time TBD, I gotta update that. In fact, let's just update that now. I guess we'll put this in here. Yeah. Hey, run around. I think strategy is attributable to any of those platforms. What do you mean by platforms? You mean like the other genres, strategy is still in that? Because, yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, technically, I think strategy is just making the best use of your decision tree that you have. So even in a racing game, it's like, should I brake around this turn, or should I accelerate, or should I use a green shell in Mario Kart here or something? Yeah, so I agree. There is always that strategy. But when I say strategy game, it's more like, let's say, an RTS, tactics style game, probably a game where really strategy is the focus, probably more so than it is in these other games where, yeah, there's some like idea that you've got of going into a fight and using fireball over frostbolt or something like that. Yeah, so let me put this here. So exceptions, see the schedule. There we go. See link. Nah, I'll just say this. We'll just put this everywhere instead of time TBD. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so let's submit that, make sure this is good. All right, take care, Hideo. Yep, and I'll talk to you in about 4 hours. Okay, and as long as this links to the right thing, I think we're okay. Yeah. All right, good. Yeah, because these times too, it's gonna be tough to keep everything coordinated. So I'd rather just update them in one place, and that'll be that one place. Yeah, I think that RTSs are a very interesting type of game because RTSs typically have a very, very high skill gap between new players and pro players. And I guess you could kind of say that about any game, but I think it's pretty absurd with RTSs, where it's like you're moving at something like 5 to 6 times the average rate of a regular player, in addition to having better strategy and everything else. Like I said, it is very similar to that in other games. Although I don't know, in an FPS, are you moving like 5 times faster than another player? Maybe you are. But so I think a lot of people like seeing that pro gameplay, but don't participate themselves even. And so like me, I'll watch Pro StarCraft all the time. I like actively seek out videos on YouTube to this day. I watched like 3 of them yesterday. And I will not play the game at all. I play like SC2 co-op, which is a totally different mode. And I imagine that I'm not unique in that. I think there are probably a lot of people who watch, given the numbers I see on these videos and on the live streams that happen. Hey, Andreas, when is the launch going to happen? I don't know exactly. I just have this roadmap doc that I'm going to update probably in like a month with what the new plan is. But basically, the launch is like slowly happening, and then one day I'll just reset the database and it'll be launched. So you'll just log in one day and you'll be level 1 again. I'll also have a news item or something about that. Oh, speaking of news items, I gotta post the news item at the bottom. Oh boy. Every single minute of the next like 6 days is planned. I don't generally like having that happen. All right, so I did these 2 to-do items and I think we're finished. Let's review the code. Let's lint this. I know I'm all over the place today. I know this is not a very followable stream. And that's kind of just the price that I have to pay for this. Okay, so swap this stuff. So we should always be sending the auth token. If we don't, we'll get an error and it'll be really obvious. Although we're going to run into a time where fixing errors is going to be a lot tougher because I need to do it while I'm traveling. This is fine. Also, before I leave for first, I gotta leave my computer on. Make sure my main computer doesn't go to sleep. RTS is real-time strategy. So games like StarCraft, Age of Empires, Warcraft, the original Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, where it's a game where you typically are like making a base, making an army, managing all your resources, and trying to defeat your opponents. And you do so in real time, so you're the one controlling all these units. So rather than just being like, oh, I want you all to attack, you like select your unit and make them attack. It's also confusing as to what they're actually doing in RTS are going to do it. Yeah, I guess so. I was just trying to talk about the sort of the skill difference and how it impacts the player base. I think RTSs actually generally have dwindling counts compared to what they were, let's say, 10 years ago. I don't think that means that they're low necessarily. I just think they would have been much higher if we were in the exact same scenarios we were, like, 10 years ago. So like, let's say Twitch were a thing back then. Well, let's say Twitch were a bigger thing back then. It wasn't just in TV. Okay, so here's what we do. We say make code prod ready. So remove test passwords and I don't know, shimming and re-add shim code for auth token. So that's it. And then this pull request should be done and we should be able to merge it. Try this. Sounds like an MBA. What's an MBA? I only know it as the business degree. All right. So it linted, we committed, we got to push this. This is the wrong place. Yeah, the business degree. Okay, I see. Hedido. All right, and this should show up right in here. So we should see another commit show up just beneath this. Perfect. I'm gonna let this run on CI. Actually, should I? No, I shouldn't, because it didn't really change anything. Oh, managers being like RTS players. I see. You click an employee and tell them to attack somebody else. That is very similar. All right, so we merged one pull request. Hey, miniature. Let's finish the other two. And then I think the rest of the stream, which won't be very long, it'll probably be another like hour and a half after that, because I'm planning on only streaming for another 2 hours. The hour and a half that I do at the end of the stream should hopefully be a little bit smoother, because I'm going to be investigating all this stuff and just seeing what's possible, maybe tackle the code a little bit. as you guys probably know from that document, the general goal, I'll be streaming for 2 hours on Thursday, 2 hours on Friday. The general goal is to have a task that's roughly 30 minutes so that it'll expand to fill that time. And maybe it would even take 15 minutes and then expand to fill the 2 hours. That's totally fine. But we can't have it be, 3 hours and try to condense it into 2. That's not going to work. Oh, wait a second. So this stuff is all done. And I already reviewed this. We might be able to just merge this. Huh. Probably you're looking. Okay, yeah, that's totally fine, Goon. And I'll probably end up making you a mod for those couple days or those 4 days, and then like unmod you afterward. And if I do that, I will almost certainly let you know what's expected. But I'm not sure if it's going to be needed. I'm not sure if we'll decide like that day or something. I will just have to check that out. Yeah, so I reviewed this already, and I reviewed the Android stuff too. I'm pretty sure there was one thing that I wanted to do. Yeah, and I gotta talk to Hideo about this too. Still need Android icons, and what do you need for this? Okay, and to-do items at the bottom of the iOS PR. All right, this might be done way sooner than I thought because I think I can just merge this stuff. I do wonder if it's worthwhile, or if I should just talk to Hideo about this first. There's only one thing that I kind of wanted to change here, and there was some verbose logging that I had. Yeah, remove the log.d calls from Android. Okay, hey Avery. What's the average number of hours you put in a day for this game? So the average has changed pretty wildly. It works out to roughly 7 hours per stream day. And stream days are roughly 50% of the time. So it's about 25 hours per week, I guess. Yeah, right now that's about 12, I'd say. Yeah. It's not totally fair to say that. This is how much time I would spend coding. And so like the last 3 days, I've probably spent, I don't know, like 12 hours working on this. And you guys didn't see any of that work. Maybe not 12, maybe like 10. But still more work than I wanted to do on the weekend for this. But it wasn't coding work. Yeah, I'm going to just write this down. Something right there to do. I'm not actually going to merge the PRs for this yet, even though I think they're ready. All right, so let's just switch into first planning mode. I think we're good. Yeah. So the only thing I would need to do is deploy this. Darn, did this run on another? Did I merge it? I never merged it. No, I never merged it. Okay, yeah, whoops. All right, that's pretty important. Let's go do that. Why can't I merge? Oh, it requires that this passes? Oh, I guess that's smart. Okay, then let's run this. How do I do that? Because it should be clicking this and then hitting the start button, but that links me to this page. I guess we'll have to click rerun. Okay, fine. Yeah, so as far as closing the loop on that, we just need to merge the actual pull request. And then let's start on this other stuff. So for those who haven't seen, I know I'm repeating myself a ton today, this straw poll, it's a multiple choice straw poll. You can vote for as many items as you want. But these are the tasks that I will probably be tackling starting this week while I am at these events. So if you want to have a say in what goes on there, I'm going to start taking a look at this now to figure out how doable are these things. So are they something that can be done in, let's say, like 2 minutes? Are they something that's going to take 5 hours? Are they even possible right now? So we're going to look into that today. That's probably going to be what we do the rest of today. And that means that we got about 2 hours of this. So I think let's start with what the first vote is, which is reaction messages when you've been attacked. So I wonder what the best way to do this is. I think what we're going to do is this. So first planning, we have this. Yeah. So we're going to say, go through each of the tasks, each of the top voted tasks, which is here. and determine what does the code look like for this. How long will it take to do? I think that's pretty good. Hey Cosmo Quest, thanks for the raid. And welcome all you viewers. Cactus is scathing. I don't know if we can handle people's bots saying that. I think it's gonna be the most used emoji. We'll definitely put that in. So for those coming in the stream today, I am working on Botland. Probably a lot of you in Cosmo Quest stream have heard of an organization called FIRST. They are a nonprofit that tries to inspire kids to get into science and tech. And they've got their robotics championship coming up in actually 3 days. So it's in Houston and Detroit. I'm going to be going to both of these events and doing Botland streams from there. So what we're doing today is we're planning the content that I'll be doing at those events. So I had this straw poll that I put in chat. This is mostly for people who are familiar with Botland, so I'm probably not going to link it in another time right now. But what people were voting on is what features should I do while I'm there? And the requirements of these features, which I already came up with ahead of time, so all of these meet that, is they need to be short. So the streams I'm going to be doing are about 2 hours. These need to fit into about either 15 or 30 minutes, because with the amount of people who are going to be there and chatting and just other things I'll have to do and focus on, I think that 15 or 30 minutes will expand pretty rapidly. They need to be visible, so they need to be something that people can understand pretty easily in the game. So saying something like, all right, well, we're going to make the servers talk to each other with a different protocol is like, probably not a lot of people are going to understand that. And also it's not even visible. So all of these fit that pretty well. And I think we're going to just start by investigating how feasible are they. So that's what today is going to be about. I'm only going to be streaming for another couple hours. Then there's tons of prep that needs to happen in the background that's going to happen off stream. So welcome to the channel. Hope your stream went well, Cosmo Quest. Yeah, taunt emojis. People like the emoji and social related things. So yeah, we're gonna look into what does the code look like, how long will it take to do, and then write down any notes on each individual task. So let's go back to the main branch here. Oh, which we can't do until we've merged this. So let's see if this turned green. It did not, but if I refresh, yeah, it did. Okay, so now we should be able to merge this. Then I'll try running again. We'll just cancel that one. Oh, I still can't click merge? What? What am I missing? Do I need to hit review? I've never seen this thing be blocked out here. Oh, now I can. I didn't even do anything. Huh. Okay. Well, that was good. So confirm merge, I guess. Yeah, there. So it'll kick off another build. I don't want this other build to do anything because it just ran. So we'll just close out of this. Have I done events before? Not something like this. In fact, I wonder if anyone's ever been in a situation like this, I guess, where they stream programming and they were invited to an event to just do their normal programming streams. I know people have done live streaming of coding, but usually it's for like some small demo of like, here's the technology I've been working on or something. But this is like, find a way to take the Botland streams, condense them into a really small format, and then just do those same streams. I think it's going to be very interesting. So I've done some events before or talks but yeah, I haven't done something like this. Emoji. Is no already an emoji? Can we just combine the two? All right, so let's get the notes somewhere. I'm going to make a new note. I don't even know where. I'll just put it in here. Let's say like first development planning. And this will be for, where'd the feature go? Here it is. So straw poll. And feature number 1 is reaction messages when you've been attacked. So I think we'll start this kind of like how through the battle log. I think we'll start it with some design. That's not a rage face. What? That looks like a sad face. Maybe angry? Okay, that's pretty good. So I'll start with the design. Yeah, maybe I should just time myself for this. Yeah, let's say started now. Oh, that didn't work. There. So what do we want out of this? What would this look like? Let's go to the game. So git branch. We'll check out master again. Yeah. And then pull. And we'll launch this code. So I'll just close out of all these other things that I have open. Wow, Windows key 1 is like not working. And I'll close out all these things too. So this will refuse right up until Webpack is started this server. There we go. Now it'll take about 30 seconds, but that's fine. So what I want to figure out first is what would we have this look like? And we can take a very simple approach for this. It doesn't need to be crazy. So someone attacks me and we could just put a little drop down here maybe that has all the different emojis that you might respond with. And 3D Extended, welcome back. Thanks for resubbing. So maybe UI, just put a drop down next to the replay button that lets you select an emoji. And Tellers, welcome back to you too. Thank you both of you. Something like this maybe? Oh, an emoji picker? Never thought about using something like that. Ooh. Yeah. That could be pretty good. And hey, Sam. Bedroom Sam. Consider using an existing emoji picker. Or the other thing we should consider is maybe we do it like kind of a simple way at first, where all you do is send like a smiley face and then we build on it. In fact, it might be a really good idea to plan all of the different tasks that I do that way. So we come up with like a version 1, which is there's just a smiley face and you click that to send a reaction. And then maybe like version 2 is emoji picker and version 3 is they can respond or something like that. I don't know what. You sub twice with Prime in 1 week? There's always some weird stuff going on there. Hey, Turbo Dave. By the way, I gotta say, I think the new music does fit into the game that I added, the new arena track. So I'm glad about that. Now, how does the other player see this reaction? It's not something that's easy to show without having a battle log for your attack replays. Where did that rank on the list? Because maybe we should do that first and then build on that. Where's replays for attack? Did I not write that down? I wrote sharing replays. I didn't write this down? I guess it was part of this, maybe? That doesn't make any sense. Hang on, let me look at my... Let me look at that document for today. Did I not talk about this? Maybe I just forgot to add it? Maybe combine this with an attack replay log. For the sake of simplicity, just put attack replays in a red shade in the regular battle log. Ooh, okay, so I did lump them together. So maybe this is dependent on that. Because if you think about it, how else would we do this in the game? I mean, suppose you log in, you see this, there's a replay button, and then next to it, let's say we had an emoji button. In fact, just for laughs, let's just change this into an emoji button for right now. So I'll just rename this to the rage button. There. Okay, so let's say you could press this and you'd send an emoji. How would the other player see it? Because right now, Atom 2 has no record of this event. So I think we need to add that record, and we do that by putting in attack replays in the battle log. Or there's one other thing I could do, which is like this produces a pop-up on their screen that says something like Adam wanted to share this emoji with you about your attack, but it wouldn't be correlated to this exactly. So yeah, I don't think this is doable without having like attack replays. The only other ways would be to show a dialogue when you get that reaction, but it wouldn't be meaningful. Yeah, I think we need to do this how it would end up in the game, or at least close enough. So yeah, in this case, I think there's going to be a prerequisite for this. All right, well, that's good. That's why we're doing this planning, because we don't want to run into this on the day of the event and be like, oh, well, let's, completely pivot. And the stuff I just wrote up in a document or something might be different. This one's React specific, so probably better for your use case. Okay, yeah. Use either of these. Thanks, Keto. What do I add an emoji on the right beneath the enemy's bot on the battle log page? So I guess what I'm getting at is this view that you're seeing is the view from like account A. And so let's say you click this, you've got to tell account B about this message. So now you'll log in as account B. Let's just for laughs say that it was the Adam iPad account. There is no record of that battle because you only show things you did as a defender in your battle log. So that emoji wouldn't have anywhere to show. There is one other thing I could do here, actually, I just thought of. So we could kind of fake the attack replay log by just showing reactions. E.g., Adam responded with cactus to the battle where you won on... No, you'd want a replay for that. No, yeah, you would want a replay for that. Yeah, an hour. Okay, I think we'll do the attack replay thing. Let me see if there's anything else I could do first. So taunt messages usable by bots in the arena. Yeah, let's take a look at that. So I'll just put a conclusion here. End time is now. Conclusion, I need to do attack replays first for this to be doable. Otherwise, there's nowhere to show the reaction emoji. Okay. So taunt messages, let's go do that one. What a shame, replays. Well, it might not be. I mean, what if I get through this and get through this, and then we find out that we'll save that for, well, we'll probably still do this. We'll do this maybe in the second event. I'm not sure. So taunt messages. Let's write down the start time for this too. So, and let's do the same thing, design. So I think we'll say, we'll let bots choose from pre-selected messages, e.g. great job. Actually, they could just be emojis. Oh, yeah, great job. Just an angry face. I don't know. Not great job. What am I talking about? Like, can't catch me. They'd be things that bots are saying, right? Angry face. A race car. I don't know. Or gonna grab you and I'm gonna throw you. This is a Smash reference. We're not gonna actually do that, but yeah, there are some things that we could have them say, and we need to add a Blockly block with those pre-selected messages, and then we might have this actually take your turn. Well, taunts don't have to be actual taunts. This is more like, here are just things that your bot can say, but they might be something cutesy that isn't exactly a taunt, I guess. Antimatter tape. And you suck, Adam. So make this take your turn. And then I guess there needs to be something in the replay for this too. This needs to have its own corresponding action so that it can go into the replay. And then is there anything else I need to do when it comes to this? Oh yeah, then there's the rendering side of this. Rendering, need to show the message inside of a speech bubble. Hey, Master. There's just some faded logo on here. I don't know what it's from. I've had this shirt for a while. I thought I was going to just be wearing a hoodie today and the shirt wouldn't even show. But then I turned up the heat this morning. So now let's do the code investigation. So code investigation. The goal is to code this as quickly as possible just to show that it can be done. Hey, Ramy. So let's start this. So the pre-selected messages, I guess we'll go make a blockly block and have it take their turn. And when this happens on the client, we'll just log the message. So first goal, set all of this up, but have the messages just get logged to the console when they're supposed to happen. Hey, Louis. And then second goal is render via Pixie. Okay, so getting them to be able to use this. We have code API constants. I guess we'll call this the taunt API. And actually, should it take your turn in the game? It doesn't really matter, right? Because we can always change it later. So we'll just have it be taunt, and it will take your turn. In fact, I think that's what makes a taunt a really good taunt, is when you could have done something even better, but you chose to taunt the enemy. So rather than, you know, shooting the killing laser, you stop and you say, "You suck, Adam." That really taunts your opponent. Hey, Pakru, and hey, Master. What are taunts? Taunts are going to be just some message that we add that bots can say. And welcome back, MCS Mike. Good to see you. I think it should that way. You just have one bot that just taunts repeatedly. Yeah. So we added in taunt. Now we need a code execution system, which is going to be something like this. So we'll say taunt, and you have a message that you can type. And so this would actually let you type whatever you want in JavaScript, I guess. So for now, we'll say to just emit some action. And I want to look at how I did this for some other code. Yeah, here it is. And there's not going to be a can taunt or anything like that. Then we need to say ran terminator at the end. Yeah. So we should do some validation on this message, right? Validation about this message to make sure the user doesn't insert profanities, etc. We could even ensure that it's in a preset list of allowed taunts. Hey, Squirt, nice name. That's a Futurama plot line you just asked about. Okay, so other notes. Probably want to validate messages for taunts somewhere to prevent profanities. Hey, Norino. Am I wearing a shirt in the level mode? Yeah, it's a blue sweater that looks like it looks like I'm on the ocean. I love that. Okay, so router actions. Gonna go add something in here, melee attack. And we'll add tauntaroni. And then wherever else we have melee attack, I guess we have this stuff too. Yeah. And Ahmed, welcome back. And if I could type the welcome command every once in a while, that'd be nice. Let me try this again. There we go. Yeah, thanks for resubbing. So taunt, create router action info constants dot server taunt. Then we got to find out where that's supposed to come from. So there's a lot of boilerplate code that we have to update for this. That's it's kind of unfortunate. So I think we can just add this in anywhere. Yeah, anywhere there's a gap. So we'll just put this in as 40. Now, if I were to ever add this into the game, I think I need to invalidate replays for this. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't need to. Hey, Red Fox. Things are going well. Yeah, it is. there's a lot going on this week. Let's say that. So server melee attack doesn't appear anywhere else, and melee attack appears in a subscribe, and there's a topic for this. So I also need to add a topic here. So I guess we'll say like just taunt. And I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, so taunt has server taunt, that's fine. We have the melee attack there, we have this, that's all good. This is gonna be needed. Yeah, these both need to be set to taunt. And then we subscribe taunt to something like this dot taunt. Sure. So now the only other thing I'm missing here is this needs to be set here. We get the real ID and we send their message across too. So, oops. I did this in the wrong spot. Gotta Control Z all that. Yeah, this should have gone up here. So now we're sending the message to the client. So this will get saved into the replay file that we get. So, and if I were doing this on stream at the event, this is already going to have expanded because I'd be like, oh, let's explain how this works or what this is doing or how I'm navigating like this or whatever. So we're just trying to prove that this is possible and get a rough time of how long it takes at its like fastest. So we got all this set up and we got this. Now we just need, the taunt API, and the very first thing we're going to do, oh, whoops, this is like source real ID, and then we want the message. And all we're going to do is say something like got taunt from source real ID message. Well, I have an hour dedicated to that. No, I won't. Okay, and that's it. Now we should be able to try this out. So let's go restart the game server, restart the account server, and close out of these things. Account server's offline. Apparently started it up too soon. Close out of these two. Six minutes. When did I say I started this? Yeah, it's been 6 minutes. Oh, nice. Thanks, Norina. And welcome back. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't recognize your name. And you said you've been lurking, but I would have probably seen you sub at one point. Unless you did that while I was offline, which is like a pro lurking strat. Although also, you were here on a different name. Maybe that's why. Well, this isn't the full feature yet, although let's go test it out because this is what would happen next. So we're gonna go into just defend for right now, and we're gonna make a new bot script. Let's clear out of this, just make a new blueprint, and we're gonna call this like taunt master. And we'll make a new script. We did not add a Blockly block yet. So we're gonna say taunt Adam, or wait, what was it? You suck, Adam. I don't wanna do this. We're gonna say like the rage emoji. Nice. All right, and I guess we'll do like if percent chance 75, then do the taunt. Otherwise, just move randomly. That way we can tell whether it's taking a turn. So that's it. We're not gonna put any hardware on this bot. We're gonna just put this and put one down and then go into test mode with a bot that, let's do that. Let's just delete a bunch of these. Actually, it doesn't matter. All right, so if this is working, then we'll see it in the console. So got a taunt, yep, and we can see that it's counting up. Yeah, cool. So we did the first part of this. That's not too bad. Now we would add a Blockly block to it, I think. Or well, we could do that at the end, maybe. So first goal done at this. So second goal is render via Pixie, and I guess third goal is get a Blockly block added. Yeah, it'll throw an error. Yep. And how do I execute the scripts? Users write safely, some sort of sandbox. There's a whole lot of transforming your code that goes on. And then it gets executed on the server. It's kind of hard to go into all of that, but basically I turn your code into an abstract syntax tree. I go and parse all the abstract syntax tree, transform things, remove things, and prevent things. And then emit some like botland version of the code. Hey, Matt. Welcome to the stream. So second goal, render via Pixie. So we'll say when we're starting this, starting at 10:59. So render via Pixie, this is what we would do here. So first we need to get the bot. So let's get this source entity. Done. And we'll call this taunt source. And then we'll have a message that prints out. So we need some temporary component that's going to get added. It'll have a lifespan on it of a certain amount of time, and then it'll go away. So maybe we have taunts last for 1 turn or something. I think this is going to be the hardest part for me to do now, but once I've done this, then it'll be easier once we get to the day of the event. So let's see. How do I want to do this? We could start by just making the rendering of it. So like goal 2A is just get a single taunt to render somewhere. That way we can style it. And then goal 2B is get that to show up for a whole turn of that bot. Now, how do we know that this will be for a whole turn? Well, we could do something client side maybe for this. Although that might be tough. We need a component that's associated with the bot. We need a component associated to the bot. And then we need some way of knowing that a whole turn has passed. So getting the taunt to just render somewhere. Let's go make the component, I guess. So we have like a, what do we have? On fire component, I think. This is in shared. We have some client components. What might that be? That's weird. I don't see JS code there. They all have component in the name. I don't, wait, where's that? No, I don't see it. Okay, let's just find it through the code then. So client, public, JavaScript, should be ECS. Here they all are. So things like laser animation component. Let's go take a look at that. So this had a graphics object and it knew how to destroy it. So what I think we're going to want is a graphics object to render a rectangle around everything. And maybe like a little caret for the speech bubble. So basically I'm thinking of something like this that I think is in MS Paint. Yeah, something like this maybe. And then inside of this, we could just put the emoji or whatever the message is. This looks stupid. But yeah, something like this. So we'll render a rounded rectangle. And then, I mean, maybe just at first, we'll just render a little triangle off the bottom or something. Or maybe not even do that. Maybe we'll just have the rounded rectangle at first and we'll make it look nicer at the end if there's time. So that'll be a graphics object and a text object. Hey, Swaggy. So yeah, I'll save this as like taunt component. The worst Java programmer is bad. That's not true. The worst Java programmer is someone who's never tried programming, because then they don't know anything. You've at least tried it, so you can't be the worst. Taunt component, and then we have component names, which comes from shared, the shared component name. I find it weird that this is in the shared name. I also think we need to publish this or this won't work. So I have to go to yarn run pre-publish here. Notes. I may need to pre-publish the shared constants in order for the taunt component to show up. So taunt component, we got this set up, we got this, nice. Let's delete all the comments. So we want set star coordinates. What's that do? Yeah, fine. I could just have these show up for a certain amount of time maybe, and then keep track of them somewhere. I'm not actually totally sure how I'm going to accomplish the next goal, but for this goal, it shouldn't be too bad. So we'll set up, oh, this actually takes in graphics. I think I want to set them up here though. Almost passed your exam. Well, I think as long as you're looking up enough resources on what you're doing wrong, you're asking for help on things, you should almost certainly be able to do the assignments that you're getting. And then yeah, as far as what I'm coding, always check the today command for that stuff. And actually, I wonder if I should, yeah. Yeah, I'm planning the content for the first stream. Okay, so one of these components probably has graphics that I set up in here. In fact, LifeBar component does, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but there's a render to graphics function. For this, we actually don't need this to do anything special. We'll just make this, I think, with a... No, wait, we get a graphics object passed in. Yeah, also Swaggy, please stop typing like that. No segmenting messages as much as you have. I shouldn't ever see my chat look like this. Yeah. Just, I feel like it's somewhat spammy. And yeah, you could totally do your high school work. I think that's, so I was talking about, you got all the resources, and yeah, just a little elbow grease, you should be fine. So let's go take a look at what render to graphics is called. This is work that I feel like, I think the task would take me maybe roughly half an hour now. And so by doing all this ahead of time, I don't know if I'm gonna make it take like 20 minutes. And so it might end up being harder to fill all the time correctly. But yeah, where do we call this? So we say Pixie LifeBar graphics. Where does that get set? Oh, this is just some arena-wide thing. Yeah, so we could put all taunts on the same sort of plane here. I don't know if I want to do something like that. But the goal was to not have many different graphics objects. Yeah, that was the goal. But even if we did this, we'd render all the rectangles to a layer and then render all the text to another layer. Yeah, So I guess I could do this here. I could say something like taunt graphics. Or we could just render it to an existing one for right now. Like Pixie LifeBar graphics. I think that'd be fine. In fact, I think it's good because they're kind of the same level of stuff. Maybe not. Yeah, this is my full-time job. Yeah, do take a look at the FAQ. And Swaggy, I think I warned you about this last time too. And I tend to only warn people once. So you are welcome here. You're welcome to ask whatever questions you want. But if I keep giving you the same answers or keep reminding you of the same stuff, then it does detract from the stream. So yeah, do take a look through the FAQ. And the specific thing, of course, is, yeah, the one that Ski Dog linked in. Okay, so taunt graphics, we'll make this, and then I think we'll also make a container for the actual text here. You feel like a bot? What? What does that mean? Oh, that you're repeating the same things over and over? I mean, granted, the last time you were here was, I think, over a week ago. So yeah, you might have forgotten that stuff, but I mean, I can only answer to the same person the same question so many times. So taunt text container. We'll put this in its own thing, new pixie.container. Okay, good. Then we'll do all the same things we've done here. So we'll add this. I'll make a render to graphics function as well, I think. Okay, take care, Swaggy. Enjoy League of Legends in Java. And hey again, Krasner. And we'll destroy this too. I mean, not right now, you're not going to, but yeah, eventually Java. And then the taunt text container, which we'll do the same way we kind of do the tiles container. So this should go, I think, probably beneath bots. I'm not sure. Let's just put this here for right now. Oh, the order doesn't matter for this. Yeah. Nice to be up here. Ignore list. Sorry, today's been already kind of crazy. And so now this determines the draw order. So we have bots, then EMP, projectiles, explosions. I think it should probably go like here-ish. Yeah, let's keep looking for this stuff. Okay, that's it. Yep. So now we just need to render to those things. So let's get this. Will look the same way as I think LifeBar component does. And there's no need to serialize this. In fact, we can just copy all this stuff. Oh, there does need to be a dispose command though, right? No, there doesn't. But what about the text that I draw? We could just keep track of the message in there. But I think making a new text component every time is going to be bad. Yeah, okay, let's just kind of combine the two of these. Let's copy this function over. Yeah. And for this, let's say something like message. So this dot message equals message. Okay, hey Gaxon. So we don't need to destroy anything, but we do need to make the text component. So this dot text component equals new pixie.text. Now how does this work? Yes, something like this. And we'll need to set a scale and everything too. So I'll just do this for right now and we'll copy this over here. And this will just be the message. There we go. And then we need to dispose of this by the end of all of this. Cool. Okay, now render to graphics. Let's just draw a rectangle and just leave it at a rectangle for right now. We won't even try to make it look like it's in the right spot. Yeah, and then this text component will need to be positioned as well. So this is where I imagine people watching will be like, hey, why isn't your engine handling more of this for you? You know, why don't you just have like an add text and then it just flows through the system? That'd be a great question. Actually, now that I think about it, we do have that. So I guess I should ask myself that at first, because we have a text component that gets added to bots. So let's go find out where I did that. But that's where the bot name goes. Hang on. Ooh. So we add a text component to the bot, and then I think these only show when you select them. We want these to show no matter what though. But I think there's only one text component. Yeah, set renderable is false. So there's something in here that sets the renderable to true. Set renderable, not in here. I wonder how it's not in here though. There it is. Entity util, set text renderable. Where does that get called from? And this goes through every single text component. Oh, it's just get component. So it's always gonna be the first one. Oh man. All right. Well, I guess it's fine. I should probably write that there for that as a comment. Yep. All right, well, let's try adding this in, just see what happens. So get text component is here, text string in color. And then add text component and set correct text position. Yeah, let's try calling all of this from the taunt component. Also, actually, you know what's interesting? If I were to forfeit a match against somebody else where I use this, then I can log in as them. And then I'll have a replay where I taunted them. So if I just go modify any of these blueprints, like this one, for example, and I give them a script that says, if percent chance 50, or no, you know what? Let's have them taunt at the very first turn. Should taunt equals true. If should taunt hello world, otherwise figure it out. So this is a good little testing thing. It's good to test this by doing this as an attacker. Then you can just replay the match as the defender. Okay, good. So we'll save that. And now we'll put this bot in the arena. put 3 different bots down. And then just hit play, and it fails immediately. It says internal server error. I'm guessing that the servers don't know about the taunt message yet. Yeah, I only got this working on the... Oh, I never restarted the servers, that's why. Or I did, but I didn't do something correctly here. Well, let me try running that again. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the taunt should have just printed out here. Yeah. Unfortunately, I forgot to set that to false again. So we gotta cut that out. So I'll forfeit this. And who are we playing against now? It is Adam 2. Okay, so we want that same bot, but with a slightly better. So should taunt equals false. Yeah, that was pretty important. Taunt. There. Okay. So now we'll just get 1 taunt out of these guys. In fact, let's just put 1 of those bots down. And then the rest of these can all be normal. And so we should see a taunt message print out. Good. And then that's it. Then we're just going to forfeit the match. So let's go in. We'll forfeit. And we'll log in as Adam 2 now. Oh, Adam 4 apparently. Whoops. Thought that said Adam 2. Adam 4 should now have a replay from Adam. Replay unavailable. Oh, that's broken. That's super broken. Oh, I won that. Oh. Interesting. I'm not paying attention. Thank you, Ski Dog. Yeah, you're right. I won it. And so now I have this here, and I can use this no matter what, and we'll always see that taunt message. We should have, but we didn't. What did I mess up for that to not work? Well, this is the whole replay. There are multiple formatters. Select the default formatter. I don't really know or care. Did I pick a bad one? Well, it looks ugly now. But yeah, we should see taunt in here. There it is. Yeah, taunt hello world. Why did we not see this print out then? Did I... Oh, is it because I saved this code? I don't think I did. Oh, I got rid of the console.log. That's why. Taunt from source real ID message. Okay, we're getting there. It'll refresh. Make sure to include those moments on stage. I think it'll be hard to avoid that. So if I hit the play button over here, it should have printed out hello world. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now we can test what it's like to make that component and just have it stick around. By the way, what time are we at for this? Let me see. Got done setting up a replay that shows the taunt. Yeah. Now we can put this in again. So name will be message and team color. We'll put this in, let's put this in white. Set renderable to true. Add text component to source entity. And then set correct text position. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, this will show just like how their names do, but it'll show hello world now, and it'll just be there permanently, and there won't be a rectangle around it or anything. So let's take a look. Schwartz, welcome back. Thank you for resubbing. Just in time to see me mess all this up. Did I put projectile entity somewhere where I did not mean to put that? Huh, what broke? Get text components on a function. Oh yeah, because that comes from the arena sprite injector. There we go. And then this probably also comes from there. So these are the kinds of things that if this happens at the day of the event, I'm okay trying to fix these. These are just like regular things. Hey, crazy. Yeah. Yeah, short 7 months. Thank you, thank you. All right, there. So we got our tiny little hello world. Now let's put maybe font size of large. So we'll just put true here. And when we get to get text component, sprite injector, get text component, we'll just put like is large equals false. And if it is large, we'll say the font size is just going to be double. So if is large font size times equal to. Was it there before you click play? I don't think so. I think that should be impossible. Yeah. So it's not there, then we hit play, and then it shows up. So there's our taunt message. We can worry about the positioning and everything later. The last thing I wanted to do is get this to show on top of a background. So right now we make new text. We could actually just bake the graphics right into this. Yeah. So I wonder if I should do that. Because right now we have text component. And the graphics are going to be based on the size of the text. So I think it'll be tough. Well, actually, we could just test it right now by just putting graphics here. Yeah, we could just say something like this dot graphics equals new pixie dot graphics. And then put in, so instead of the taunt component that we had, we put this in over here somewhere. So let's just try drawing a rectangle behind all of this. Now there's got to be some way to measure pixie text, so we can go into the pixie docs and take a look. Yeah, this is going to be one of the focal points for the event stream. So it does text. Where is text? Texture, so it shows up so frequently that it's slightly harder to find text. Is that just making sure it exists? Yeah. Calculate bounds, get local bounds. And this returns a rectangle. So we can try that. We can say bounds equals pixie text, get local bounds. And then use these here. So line width we'll just set to like 3. Color, some kind of gray. So let's say like 37, 37, 37. And alpha will be 0.75, something like that. Okay, now begin fill, background color, let's set the same thing. Alpha, same thing. Draw rect, say bounds.x. Yeah. Bounds.y. And then width and height, I don't know if it's width and height or W and H. We can't click rectangle anywhere here, so we gotta type it in. Rectangle, X, Y, width, and height. Yeah. X, Y, with height. Yep, cool. Now this is all on this.graphics. And then we want the graphics to actually render somewhere. So when we add this text component to a bot, we also need to add the graphics. And same thing when we set their position. So we'll say pixie text and text component.graphics. And then when we try to position it, we'll do that same thing. So this is like the really hacky way of doing this. This will just set this stuff up. So as soon as we set this, I feel like text component should be modified. So maybe I should make a couple of notes here. One is, so I'll say like action items. Maybe modify this so that it calls a function on text component. I don't know for sure if I want to do that, but for right now, let's do that here. So graphics.x equals, oh no, maybe we don't have to do that. Let me just try this. Let's see what happens. We might already have a background behind the taunt now. It wouldn't look exactly like a speech bubble, but it might be a good first stab at this. Now what happened? Graphics is not defined. No, I disagree. Graphics is defined. Where did this mess up? Oh, another thing I'm gonna have to do for all of this is have the right Webpack source tool set. Yeah. Webpack source tool is set. Hey, Ted. Yeah, it is the computer that's wrong. How dare you tell me I'm wrong, computer? So we'll set this back to source map. Also, it's called dev tool. We'll run this again. Stop typing random numbers over there. And then figure out why this might have messed up. Yeah, and I'm not sure. Also, we need to destroy the graphics again. Three games and one game element that were unique and intrigued me. Oh, well, cool. Run around. And yeah, you can, I think you got the link earlier from, I think Ski Dog. But yeah, you can play the game now. It is online. It's all PvP. So it is, I mean, other than the tutorial, I guess. So everyone you play against is going to be a real player. And they're not present for the matches that you play. So it's only one person is present, that's the attacker. This will hopefully work. I'm going to run into the same issue, but I'm going to say pause on caught exceptions this time. Okay, so that's roughly what I expected for this. This is showing up with the name now of the bot, and it's not being scaled correctly, I think. So when we say hello world, yeah, I think it's going by some weird scale. So putting the rectangle in this component is probably not a great idea unless we also set this renderable to false, which I don't know if you can do. Well, Sam, it's okay to miss time every once in a while, especially if you still have a plan to go. But yeah, I think the worst thing is when, for whatever reason, you decide that you either can't or won't go, and then you guilt yourself about it. I think if you've already made the decision to stay home, then just try not to feel guilt about it. Say like, okay, that's it. That's the rest of my night. I know this. I'm going to work within that reality and not the one where I feel guilty for things. So now we don't have any rectangle there at all. Oh, because I set renderable to false, not is renderable. Okay. And now we'll have a large rectangle again, and just for the hello world bot. It's actually kind of funny that taunts would stick around forever the way that I've got this right now. Also, I should say make use of auto login. Make use of auto login. This is probably a good task for that day though. Yeah, so now we just need to scale this back down by the right size, and I'm not actually sure how we do that. I think it's because this gets, does this even get a scale set? Or what? Why is the width and height of this so crazy? Let's put a breakpoint here. Because I have a feeling it's something changes after this. Okay, so pixie text with this bounds, x and y, width and height. Yeah, so width and height are gigantic. And does this have a scale set? Scale's right there. And it is set to, yeah, 1/4 and 1/4. So I bet we just had to multiply this by the scale that we see here. So times this dot scale dot x. And here it'd be times this dot scale dot y. And I bet that'll work. I bet this will look totally good now. Is it predefined? It would probably eventually be predefined. The goal of what I'm doing is just to make things that look good for the event. So let's say we decide that taunting should cost botcoin or something. That's great. We're not going to do that for the event probably. We're just going to do something where it's like, here's a good way of showing off the game, showing off how programming works, showing off how my thought process is for these features. So let's take a look at this now. Nice. Okay, so we got the right background. Now that is way too bright, and I don't know why. Oh, I took E7, not 3.7. That's why. Okay. I didn't even notice I did that. Yeah. So another note about this is make use of auto login to speed up the repro. When rendering the graphics based on the text, you need to multiply the bounds by the scale. Future taunts being purchasable is brilliant. That's pretty funny, actually. All right, not too bad. And now we want the graphics to render beneath the text rather than on top of the text. So where does that get rendered? Hang on a second. I'm trying to think of where this even gets set. Oh, there it is. Add text component. So instead of adding the graphics second, we add them first. Good. Okay, so now it's going to render the taunt message just forever. So I feel like this was kind of the next goal, sort of. You know, we could make this look a little bit better or position it differently, but that's kind of the goal. We could always come back to this at the end of the task if we wanted to. So now instead of hello world, oh, well, we can't change it because it's in the replay. Unless we change it in the database, which we're not going to do. Although we could change it actually by overriding it on the client to just change the message to be equal to a rage face. There. I'm going to have quite a blast just picking emojis that day. What is first? Check out this BS Calaro. But it's a nonprofit organization that tries to inspire kids to get into science and technology. Yeah. So there's our rage face. Are they player customizable? So like I said, I'm not making the final feature necessarily. I'm just trying to do something that looks good. So whether they're customizable by the user, pre-selected, whatever, that's all something we can kind of pick later. And for the event, I'm just going to do what feels right as like a next step. Or I might ask the audience, like, what do you guys think? Should they be limited to emojis, but not actually use that for the final game? So if I were answering your question for, let's say I was doing this for Botland right now, I would probably say they'd be predefined, because I don't want people to type in a bunch of like swear words and then have the terms of service have to change, those sorts of things. And Tat, welcome back. Nice choice of taunt, hello world, and not rage emoji. By the way, is this bot ever actually shooting lasers? It should be. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I think that's it for that goal. So done showing the taunt text inside a rectangle at this time. So that took about half an hour actually. Eight-ball pool. Yeah, for the eventual feature, I probably would do that. Yeah. Okay, so get that to show up for a whole turn of that bot. So we need a component associated with that, and then to know when to turn on and off this component. So the way I typically do this on the server is that I add some sort of like zapper activated component. What do I even call that? Is zapping, that's what I add. And then is zapping component has some duration in it, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I would add like an is taunting component, and it would have a duration, and it would probably have a message as well. And then the server would handle telling the client to stop a bot from taunting. Yeah. I don't feel like doing this right now. And I think we know enough now where we know that we can do this thing at the event. And I don't know if there's something more I should plan for this. Yeah. So I'd probably add an is taunting component. So one of the other things I should probably do, and maybe I should work on this now. Maybe I should make that introductory slideshow really fast. Mention how, I mentioned this somewhere else. Hang on, let me take a quick look for this. Did I write this here? No, I wrote it somewhere though, right? Thought I did. Well, anyway, I'm gonna say that there are parts of this. So mention how I would normally design things more. Ask the UX designer, write tests in some cases, refactor bad code that I come across, etc. Yeah, monetizing taunts eventually I think could be a good idea. I think at first just having some like pre-made list of them could be fine. But yeah, hey banana. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do anything more for this part exactly. I feel like we've planned this enough to know that like we could kind of get this to work. Oh, and then there's the Blockly portion of this. Yeah, let's see how fast we could do that. Yeah, let's start this really fast. So let's do start time. And let's go add in a Blockly block. So we never actually used taunt component really. And then in client arena, we want to change this from being hard coded. Good. Let's close out at just pretty much everything else. Except for this. This I want to keep. There. So Blockly, we have set up Blockly, I believe, and then we have Blockly XML. Yeah, and there's like a special way to do this stuff. So what's the way I like doing this is what's the closest thing to taunt right now in the game? So it's something that is going to take in a list of pre-made strings because that's how we're going to do it at first. And I think the closest thing to that is probably like fire lasers. Let me take a look. So it's a terminator and yeah, I guess this. Yeah, so we could just put some pre-made messages here. So yeah, it'll look very similar to fire lasers. Let's do that. Fire lasers direction, here it is. So we'll copy paste this and we'll call it terminator taunt. This will say taunt and this will have a bunch of messages here. So we'll say something like sorry, I want to change this to just an emoji. And let's just pick a bunch of different emojis actually. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. Okay, active. And the party emoji, sure. And direction, this will just be something like message. Cool. And then this will be taunt. And I think that's pretty much it. Now we just go add this. And I think we do that over here. Yep. So let's say this is a support terminator, just for lack of a better name for this. It sounds like I'm already done with this, by the way, so that took like 2 minutes. So yeah, maybe we should have just done this in step 1 actually. That way we don't need to type JavaScript code. We can show off the Blockly aspect of the game. But let's click attack. And I'm fighting against Maximilian here. So we're going to change the Omega bot to just taunt randomly. So let's go to snippets, advanced, random % chance. So 50% chance to taunt, and we can pick a message. And then we'll just figure it out afterward. This is now code in botland. You can taunt with a cactus emoji. I think this is perfect. Now, there is one thing that is not perfect, which is that they stack up. So also that's a bug, I know about that. The taunt messages are just gonna keep stacking. So there's a 50% chance they'll just keep adding more cacti. So there's our cactus, that added a cactus. These are just gonna keep getting darker and darker as they add more of them. But that's pretty cool. So yeah, adding the Blockly API was pretty simple. So end time, yeah, so that was like 5 minutes. It's really not bad. So action item, I guess still figure out how best to design rendering the graphics themselves. I lumped them into text component, but maybe we want a brand new component. It would make sense. I don't think I need to write a note for this. I'm going to remember that. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So if we forfeit this match, who are we playing against again? Maximilian? Yeah, if we forfeit this match and log in as Maximilian, we'll now see the cactus match. Yeah, nice. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. So there are a lot of other improvements, but how long did I take from start to finish on this? I wonder. So I started even with the design at like 10:47. So final end time was, so rough duration, 1 hour. Improvements I could make after that hour are fix bug where the rectangles show up at all times. We could say style the speech bubble to look like a speech bubble. Position the speech bubble, and then make the taunts only last for a single turn. Yeah, so if you want to continually taunt, you could. I think this is really cool. Making them take a turn, I think, is a really good idea. So all of these things would probably take me, if I were to do these right now, maybe like another, let's say 20 minutes or something. So it would be 1 hour and 20 minutes. I feel like this is a really good task and this investigation was worthwhile. Is there anything else you guys have a suggestion for based on what you've seen here? Because remember that as I do this on Thursday, it's going to be like, there's going to be a ton of stuff happening. I'm going to be interacting with chat and like a real life audience, and there's going to be a lot more interruptions. But I don't think we need to get done with it necessarily. Remember, it just needs to be part of the programming process. And I think this is representative of that. And we got like a feature in Botland, and it's a cool thing. And now you could go in and like change it to a different emoji or something if you wanted to. Hey, 127. Or should I call you home? I think for the event, you should only do emojis. I don't think you need to do the background for the emojis. Yeah, that's fair. But this is the kind of thing where I think if I were to do it, I think it's okay. I don't think it detracts too much from the overall thing. But yeah, that's another thing I should consider. Consider not even having a background for the emojis. Oh wait, the lights are working now, actually. Yeah, I wonder what changed with that. Weird. You don't have to worry about it not looking the best. Yeah, I don't think this is too bad. I would probably change the positioning of them though. So I move them over a little bit and move them up or something. Or maybe have them show directly over the bot. That way they don't take up a different tile. But yeah, those are things that can be done. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with that. And we have about an hour left, so we could do one of two things. Either we could work on that like introductory slideshow thing I was talking about, or we could try something like this, add a new weapon into the game. So let's go make a new branch with all of this code, although this branch would need to be pushed at some point too. I mean, it wasn't too hard to come up with a lot of this, but yeah, I'll make a new branch right now. Replace the bot with the cactus. It becomes the taunt. Git checkout -b AD first prep taunts. There. So lay foundation for taunts. This is just prototype level code. In fact, if I were to make those slides, I think this is what I would say. I wanna combine all this into here. So like make first slideshow for the introduction. I know I wrote this somewhere. Where did I write it though? Where did I write it? Maybe it was in post-stream notes. Let me try to find it again. Did I have it? I don't know where I put it. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. Put it somewhere. And I used the word introduce when I talked about it. Because it mentioned things that I didn't want to forget. Like, oh, I might have written it in the document, the today doc. Okay, let me take a look at that. And hey, Triumph. Hanging here with the GE team. Wait, what is the GE team? Thank you for the bits. Yeah, maybe I wrote it over here. General Electric. Okay, I still feel like I'm missing context. I now know what General Electric is, or I guess what GE stands for, but I don't know where you are or what's going on. But hi, GE team. This is it. Make a tiny slideshow so I don't forget parts of my introduction. Yeah, I want to write everything that I do is prototype level code. I want to show enough of the process without going into too much detail, e.g. testing, writing, documentation. What else did I say here? Oh yeah, like contacting a UX designer for this stuff. Contacting a UX designer so that you don't have to look at my terrible UI, etc. Now I believe there is, oh yeah, refactoring code. I should write that down too. Prototype level code is generally thrown away. It's generally used as a foundation for real code. So you cut corners in order to make a proof of concept. Okay, cool. Also, Triumph has 2 wrenches. I don't know if you guys noticed. Their avatar is also a wrench. The only staff member probably with 2 wrenches. Clever. Okay, make first slideshow. Which, by the way, isn't there a site called like slides.io or something? Is there? What do people use for demos when they're making slides? Because I always use Google, whatever it's called, Google Slides, I guess. But I think there's another site that people like to use. I think it's got a bunch of like 3D effects and stuff on it. Anyway, I don't think that's worth doing right now. I think what we should do is this now. Add a new weapon into the game. So probably something with missiles I wrote. This may actually be super fast to do. And first planning. Yeah, still doing first planning. Okay, so there's one part of this that I can't do right now, or won't be able to do at first, which would be adding in the graphic for the weapon. That would need to be part of the sprite sheets already. Draw.io as a flowchart one. Now there's something else I'm thinking of, but I can't describe it any more than it's like this large canvas where you make all of your slide content, and it'll like zoom in on your first slide and then like flip and spin over to another part of the canvas for the second slide. I don't know. It might be that, Norino. Let me take a look. Easily your best presentations ever. Do they have some example that I can click on? Anyway, they got a pricing thing, so I might not even, yeah, for personally, yeah, I'm not going to do this. They have a try free, but maybe you can't. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'll probably just use Google Slides, but that is a good thing to know about. Because I'm not planning on putting a ton of content on there. It's just going to be a way to have text on the screen. And that's just stuff that I don't want to forget. So we'll probably work on this weapon right now, and then maybe we'll add that other thing in. So the weapon, let's go do the same thing we just did for this when it comes to the first development planning. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Let's say we're probably going to do taunt messages on Thursday, because I just did that, and I think it's planned pretty well. Not perfect, but it's pretty good. So then let's try to come up with one other standalone feature for Friday, I think. Then for the next event, what if I did the attack replay stuff so that I can do reaction messages the next time? Because these two are related. You need attack replays and I guess sharing replays in order to be able to put the reaction messages in. the features will be pre-coded. No, I'm going to code them all there. I'm just doing enough today to figure out whether it's going to be doable for me on Thursday and Friday. So today, for example, what we just got done is we can now have taunt messages in the game. This is not going to make it into botland anytime soon, but the messages don't ever go away, so they can stack on top of each other. But yeah, it's pretty cool to even see that, in my opinion. Like, when is the first event? It's this Thursday. And hey, Galakith. Yeah, so take a look. This is what it ends up looking like in botland, which I think is kind of interesting. You've got this just taunt window here, and you can pick what you want to taunt with. So we could put custom messages eventually or something, and yeah, then you put them into the arena, and there's a little bit of a bug, and then they'll occasionally taunt. So I think it's pretty cool. They're taunting like a million times. Oh, and then it doesn't look like that got cleaned up correctly. Huh. Or just that there was too much to clean up all at once. Anyway, let's start the next one. No idea the time of day. Oh no, that's, if you take a look at the today command, you'll see that here too. That is here. If you click this, I wrote more details. I'll just paste this into chat. But the times that I know so far are right here. So the first thing you'll see me doing is going to actually be a Q&A panel called Making Coding Accessible. That'll be roughly an hour before my stream starts. So that's actually a little bit close. I'll have about 45 minutes to set up my stream, which sounds like a lot, but it's going to be a setup I've never done before. And I like to take recordings beforehand and make sure I can hear myself. And oh, I don't know. I'm going to be just like jittering constantly for that. And then when I finally get set up, and I think the next days will all be way easier. But that first day, yeah, kind of pretty close. But I didn't make that schedule. And I think if I asked for it to be changed around, they'd be like, oh, totally, you don't have to be on the panel or something. But I'd like to be on the panel. So I'm going to be very excited for this stuff, and then probably like sleep the entire weekend. And then we'll do more planning next week for the next week events. So I keep saying, let's start this. But I actually think I might use the bathroom first. That way we don't interrupt this and mess up the times. Yeah, let me do that really fast. And then I'll work on this. We have a maximum of about 40 minutes when I get back to work on this. And then, because I gotta meet with Hideo, we're trying to get mobile apps ready for the event too. There's just a lot going on. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hey, Rizel. Prepping for what? Oh, check out the today command. If there's an event coming up on Thursday, I'm going to be traveling for, and I'll be doing an event from there. Oh, I'm cold. Okay, so let's start this work. So we're gonna do the same thing we did last time, which is keep track of the start time and then start designing it. So start time is now, and design is gonna be, so it's gotta be something with missiles. So something with missiles, since I have a graphic for that. And then before we forget, we're going to say action items would be produce sprite sheets and output.json that will let me do this at first without reusing graphics. Although if I had to reuse graphics, it would not be the end of the world. So something with missiles. So let's just look at our ideas really fast. This actually probably wouldn't happen in the event. So maybe I should just pick something where it fires a missile at everybody in range. And then it just does a smaller amount of damage based on that. Do I have anything else here? What is this? Hits up to 3 adjacent targets to main target. Not that. I think we'll just do that. We'll just say like they hit every enemy in range. Yeah, let's just say that. Okay. Let's just say we shoot a missile at every enemy within range. And they do, let's say like 60%, no, 50% of the regular damage. Hey, Rhaegar. Yeah, the schedule's been changing a lot lately, and it's going to be really up in the air for the next 2 weeks. I mean, it's for today and tomorrow, it's going to just be these 4-hour streams. And then Wednesday is nothing. Thursday and Friday are 2-hour streams from an event where there's a live audience. So, and then it's the same thing the next week. Monday and Tuesday will be short streams. Wednesday will be nothing. So this is the schedule for the next couple weeks, basically. And yeah, it'll be something. I hope it's exciting for you guys, because I'm excited. And I was thinking, if I have time, which that is quite a big statement, that I want to do a little recap video for YouTube that just says something like, hey, here's what's going on, that I can share with everybody before the event. Talk about it. Yeah, so I mentioned that I want this to just target everything. And I think that's pretty much it. What do we call these missiles? Oh, it's your schedule. Okay, got it. Because I was going to say, I did cut down the afternoon hours, and a lot of people used to watch during that time. Maybe we should call these like multi-missiles. Oh no, we shouldn't. Yeah, actually, I guess let's call them multi-missiles or something. But the API is still gonna be fire missiles. The API will still be fire missiles. All right, so I guess let's just go test it. Goal number 1 is get the functionality of these, but for the existing APIs. So don't even add new hardware to the game. I see Rhaegar, yeah. So let's go back to the master branch for this. Git checkout master, git pull, shouldn't actually do anything, and then git checkout -b AD first prep multi-missiles. Okay, so now we have none of the taunt code in the game. So that should be fine. So first step was just to get fire missiles to target everything. This may not actually be tough to do. Maybe we could just add multiple varieties of missiles. So we could add like multi-missiles, we could add something else. So here what we do is we get a single target and we fire a missile at them. Maybe I should actually make new APIs or base this on your, I don't know. Hey, Blueberry King, the weekend was good. Saturday was almost entirely work and then going to that event where I showed off Botland to a bunch of other Twitch streamers. I don't think any of them were probably going to play it on their streams, but that's fine. I think some of them were at least interested in the game, and I think that's pretty cool. And I did mention too, I think like a few people that if they're going to be streaming Botland at the end of one of my streams, that I would go host them. But it's hard to say that that's actually meaningful without telling my view count. And so I tried once. I said something like, oh yeah, you know, at the end of my streams, I sometimes have like 125 to 150 viewers, and they didn't really seem to care. So I was just like, I'll probably just stop saying that from now on. What do I do for work? This is my job. I'm a full-time Twitch streamer and game developer. So instead of target entity, we wouldn't find the closest one. We'd find all of the ones in range. So I think what we'll do is we'll keep the original fire missiles here. Well, living the life. I mean, I do think I'm very lucky to be doing what I'm doing, but I think there are also some misconceptions around how being a Twitch streamer works. So for example, I'm not making a ton of money or something. I make less than half of minimum wage typically. And there is a lot of work that goes into this stuff. But I would say, yes, I'm doing something that's fulfilling and that I want to be doing. I'm very lucky from that perspective. I think a lot of people are like, oh, full-time Twitch streamer, they're making a ton of money to just do what they would be doing anyway or something. It's like, no. And I don't know if that'll ever happen, but don't care for right now. We're gonna have this target all enemies in range. So you won't actually be able to specify targets no matter what. So optional target won't ever exist. And will missiles hit is gonna have to change too. And we eventually need to merge these APIs. So target entities is what we're gonna do. And it's always gonna be all entities in range. Find all, or like get all entities in range. Here it is. And it'll just shoot at everything. It might be super overpowered. And the range is going to be here. So how do we do that? Get all in range is your vision range? No, you can specify the range. I was going to say, that would suck. So range is missile range. And is there anything else that we can do here? No, that's fine. And what are the flags we want for this? Entity match flags. Do I ever just specify them myself? Okay, we'll specify these here. So we want foes who are visible, I think. Thinking 10% damage. So the way to think about it is, at least the overall balance is, how many targets do you have to hit for them to be as good as regular missiles? And so if you say 50% would of course be 2 targets. And then they're the same as having regular missiles, and anything more than 2 targets is a benefit over regular missiles. So how frequently will there be more than 2 targets? If it's very frequent, then these are very good. And so yeah, maybe like 33% might be better. So now when you hit 4 targets, it's actually going to have a benefit. And I'm not sure. Yeah, it's always 100% divided by targets. What I mean is, what's a good balance? And I think that's based on how many times you end up in a situation where you're surrounded by like 8 enemies. Because if that happens a lot, then you're doing tons of damage. So we'd probably need to lower the amount of damage you're doing with the missiles to like 15% to make it only be 120% of the normal damage. But I'm not concerned about balance for this. These are things that I could mention, but yeah. Can you imagine hitting reflect though? Oh yeah, that's true. I never thought about that. That would be a good thing to test too. So let's look through the entity match flags. We want a foe that you can sense, and that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So now target entities we'll have here. Get distance wouldn't be a thing. If simulating, then return target entities, sure. Or let's say like return the first target entity. Wait about. Okay, so now we know that. So if this exists, so if not is empty, target entities, then call fire projectile to all of them. I wonder if we can do that. Well, let's try it. For each target entity. Because for all I know, this actually isn't that hard to do the entire feature like right now. Yeah, okay. So now when we try firing missiles, it's going to shoot it at everything. Let's go test it out. So we have missiles on this bot, and that should be all it takes. So let's just put one of those bots down and then surround it with a bunch of enemy bots that do nothing. We don't have a bot that does nothing. Do we have a does nothing script? Do absolutely nothing. Nice. Perfect. So now let's put these bots here and hit the attack button. I see nothing happening. Target entity is not defined. Okay, what happened? Target entity. Target entities is here. Get all entities in range. And if it's not empty, then do this. What did I mess up? Where is that coming from? It's in fire missiles. Get distance to target entity. This isn't even code I'm using anymore. Get distance to target entity. Yeah, this isn't in the missiles code that I just wrote. Oh, fire projectile maybe has it? But that should be fine. How about this? Let's just put a breakpoint. Let's just have it do that. And then we'll run this again. There. Okay, yeah, something's wrong here. Because it's highlighting code that is not even code. That's a comment. So I think it's out of sync. Yeah, I think it's just out of sync here. Did something happen over here? No, let's just refresh the page and try again. Your usage of it in that function scope? Let me take a look. Fire projectile. So we have target entity here though. Yeah, that should be fine. I wonder if it was just that it needed to be refreshed. Let me try this. So go to defend. We'll go back to my missiles bot, which hopefully has missile firing code, right? Oh yeah, it might have been something else, but I have a do absolutely nothing bot. Although now these are too far away, so let's just hit the play button and see what happens. They might eventually catch it. Oh my god. Well, this is a waste of time. Gave them artillery, which outranges missiles, so of course they're going to shoot artillery. So let's just get rid of that. There. And put these a little bit further ahead. Get rid of those. And now we enter test mode. And now we see what happens. Oh, cool. Wow, that actually worked. Also, it's super cool. It's doing full damage right now, though. Yeah, that took hardly any time at all. Okay, so you ready for the most damage output that's ever been seen in botland right now? That is too powerful. Now put reflect on them? Yeah, I'll try that in a sec. I'm gonna put a couple more of these down and just watch these melt away. Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so now let's put reflect on these bots. Do we have any bots that reflect already? So I can just use that. This one does, yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, it's definitely crazy. Well, we got the foundational work done really fast. So done as of now. So that took about 15 minutes. Now the next steps would be make a completely separate function to do this that only gets used when you have multi-missiles equipped. Oops, keep pressing tab. Then 2 would be use the correct graphic for multi-missiles. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So this might only take like half an hour. I don't know if that makes it a bad task for this stuff. Because I don't want to like be done with the whole stream too early. Man, I could actually just add this into the game though. That'd be pretty nice. I mean, I wonder, what if I tried it against my actual defense? Yeah, let's go log in as a different player. Reflect immune missiles. That could be done. I just think that it'd be confusing for players because I keep saying like, oh, reflect works against missiles and lasers. Let's log in as this player. Is this the person I just was? Yeah, this was the person I just was. Oh, well, whatever. Let's make a melee heavy defense. just start with something brand new here. So melee, and let's go with zapper, because I have a feeling that melee and zapper is going to beat whatever I just did here. And where's thrusters? There. Okay, and then let's give them random cosmetics. Cool. Delete all those, and then just put down a bunch of melee bots. Let's kind of fan them out here. Oh man, this is a level 10 computer. So this is gonna be crazy actually. Just put some more over here. Whatever there. Okay, and then chips, we're gonna put haste on everything. There, so we have plus 15% haste, and then we'll even customize the script to do this. We'll say zap if there's an enemy in range, and then melee, and then move randomly, but we'll have like an extra 10% chance to move forward. So it'll slightly favor going forward. So there's our script. Now we want to put down a bunch of those missile bots, which is pretty much this. But we get rid of artillery. We probably want like maximum armor on this, and maybe even some regeneration. Or you know what? Maybe let's put like one thing of cloaking on it. Let's see how this does. This is probably gonna die. They are doing full damage though, and the hardware shouldn't do full damage. So let's see what happens. Oh my god, never mind. Yeah, doing full damage is insane. Because then every single thing gets hit. Like this bot is gonna approach these and it's gonna die because it's already being targeted by a bunch of missiles. Hey Bentley. Well, so testing this weapon wasn't too bad, but it's because it's very similar to an existing one. I think adding in other ones in the future might not be so easy. But I really like that interface. That was original development and design for the game. So the original design of the game was actually very different, but Blockly was in it from the very beginning. But if you take a look at that, the pivot video, this is a short video that talks about how the design used to be. And in short, it was a real-time game. So the game looked, well, the UI was also very different, but that's only because we hadn't gotten done with all that yet. But yeah, so you'd put factories into the game, and then they'd produce bots, and you'd be in a match against another player who was present at the same time. That required a completely different server infrastructure, completely different game design constraints. There's like a ton of stuff that had to change between then and now. All right, so really we should lower the damage on this. Let's go try that out. Although at this point I'm just kind of having fun. This isn't really needed, so I shouldn't even be doing this. But let's go take a look. Missiles are doing 200, 250, and 300. So let's say it would take 3 targets to be even. So we'll divide everything by 3 here. So we'll just do damage, divide by 3, and math.floor of that. So that works out to 66, 83, and 100. Okay, let's try that out now. Oh, I never saved the defense. So hopefully this asks, yeah, so cancel, and then let's save this defense, save. Good. Now we'll reload it. Hey, Beck. So we'll sign in, go edit the defense again, and go to test mode. And so now we'll put down those same bots that we had, and they'll still probably wipe out the opponent. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh man. You know what this means? No, actually, you know what? I was going to say this would be a really good defender strategy, but it wouldn't be because you just wouldn't approach it head on like that. Yeah, I'm feeling better this week. Well, actually, last week was pretty good too. I think it was the week before that was really bad though. Yeah, so now you can see these are doing very little damage. So now all 4 of them are doing just barely what 1 missile would have done. A little bit more than 1 missile would have done. So you can see they're really weak in killing this stuff. So yeah, actually, this could be balanced. I don't know why you'd ever use level 1 of this. That does like no damage, right? This does 100 right now. And what do the other levels do? 66 and 83. So if we put level 1 missiles on here and then go with like maximum, I don't know, regeneration. Okay, level 1 missiles is terrible. These things got wiped out. Even firing like 8 missiles at each bot, they got wiped out. Is it anger? I think it's sadness. I think it knows it's a horse. Yeah, level 1 missiles do normally suck as well. You are correct. Let me put this back. So I wonder if this is good damage tuning or not, because this isn't actually a real match. If we did this, it would be. So now we could play 7 bots. So if we put 7 around this, for example, and then hit play, let me slow it down. It's actually going to get destroyed by Zapper. Yeah, so maybe we put the damage a tiny bit higher. Well, actually, would we have to? Maybe not. I don't know. That's not bad, though. Yeah. Hey, Cupid. Yeah, so if I put the rest of these down. There. It's definitely cool to watch. Yeah. I think this is probably a good starting point. And if people, if it's too weak or too powerful, we can kind of adjust it a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is super cool. A lot of the things that I'm going to be doing for this event are things I'd love to have just been doing on the stream already, but that I couldn't because we needed to focus on infrastructure and phone apps and all this other stuff that was just more important than this. But now we're finally getting the changes that once all that stuff is in place, we could start doing. So what we did here was we just divided by 3. So let's write that as a note here. Note a decent set of damage values is to divide by 3. Divide missiles damage by 3. Maybe even 2.5 since 3 seemed like too big a, what is it, divisor? I forgot in math what the divisor is. Is it the thing you're dividing by? A number by which, no, it's the other one. What's the other one called? Dividend divided by divisor. Oh no, that is correct. Yeah. The strategy to re-implement something you made previously so you know how to do it. Basically, so here I did some really small changes and it took a total of about 15 minutes to do. And so getting the rest of this stuff to work probably wouldn't take too much longer. So maybe this is a good like filler task for if I get done with something else. And then, yeah, we have a new missile graphic already, actually, and I could add that in. I don't know if it fits. I don't really know if it needs to fit. I don't think it really matters. But I'll show you guys what the graphic looks like. I showed this the other day, too. But if we go to MISC here. So the normal missile launcher looks like this. And the one that I haven't used in the game yet looks like this. So I don't really think there's one looks like it's better for regular missiles and one looks like it's better for multi-missiles. So whatever, we'll probably just use this graphic. I was referring to logical expression, Blockly, where you GUI your scripts. That's always been pretty much the same, no run around. If you take a look, there are a bunch of other recap videos, and you'll be able to see maybe something that kind of talks about this. I don't think I would have covered it exactly, but if we take a look at, recap number 4, I got code execution working. How did I do that, though? Oh, it was just via JavaScript. So let's see. Maybe around here. Yeah, so here's what Blockly looked like for this back then. It's almost exactly the same. In fact, that script would probably work like copy pasted right into the new botland that we have now. And hey, Funky Monkey. Okay, so the last thing I want to do, because we got about 20 minutes, is work on that the introductory slides, just to have something. So let me go make slides off screen, and then I can show you guys this. How do you choose where to save them? I think this is it. Yeah, good. So I just want to write a few things in here. So we'll say like, also I don't know if first should always be italicized, but that's what Jacob had been doing, so I'll stick with that too. Okay. Why is that not showing up in the preview? Oh, there it goes. So the things I wanted to talk about were in this document toward the bottom. Yeah. So these things. So I think we should probably start with a little bit about like, who am I? And I want to make this all super fast. I don't want to spend a lot of time doing this. In fact, you know what? Let's just make all of these that same style. Oops, how do you change layout? There it is. Yeah. Cool. No, I'm not gonna use JS to make this. I think I did that once. I made my own slideshow kind of because I wanted to do something special. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, who are you? So I would talk here about, just mention I'm a game developer, Twitch streamer, former professional developer. Doesn't have like deck set. I don't know, but these will all be really basic. There's probably not a whole lot I'm going to talk about here, and I just wanted to make sure that I'm covering this stuff. So there's that. There was, yeah, what do I do? And then actually here, you know what? Let's change this layout just a little bit. Where's the layout button again? It moved. It was there somewhere. I don't know. I thought there was like a way to get the layout options again. Yeah, I had like totally lost it. Here it is. I wonder if this should just be the graphic that I had, that it's my stream background right now. Let me show you guys. Autonomous folder. No, where is this? This. I wonder if it should just be this. No. I'll just make this look like how this picture does. So underlined. There. It's pretty good. So who are you? What is Botland? Yeah, sure. And then what's going on today? Where'd that go? I may go fast. I'm going to be super distracted while doing it. The goal today, I kind of want to talk about the task itself at some point. Yeah, in fact, maybe I should put a little like demo thing in here. Fileline demo. Yep, and then goal today. So talking about the task, talking about just showing people the coding process. Show people the coding process. This will be prototype level code. Those should just be bullet points, I think. Yeah. And the goal isn't to teach people how to code Botland. So I'll go fast for some stuff. Okay, so we should just change the layout of this, I think. Apply layout to this. So goal today will be show people the coding process, and then not to teach people how to code Botland. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut corners, and then we'll say the task for today. Complete the task for today. We'll say that should just be its own thing. Yep. Okay, good. And we'll just do this. And apply layout. Today's tasks. That yellow share button, just begging to be clicked. Okay, so I think this is a pretty good... Oh yeah, no, we should also talk about the format maybe. And then format is basically interrupt with questions as frequently as you want. Interrupt whenever you want. And I'll link to twitch.tv/Adam13531. Or, well, let's just leave it at that, I guess. And then the other thing would be there's a Q&A at the end for the real life audience. I guess I should say like the in-person audience. Yeah. Ask questions whenever you want. Good idea, Krasner. Okay. Hey, Ghost. I'm not sure what you want by spec. The design doc you kind of have access to, and then this thing that I'm writing right now is just really basic. But is there anything else you guys think I should talk about for the events? So this will just be a title card. There's nothing to say here. It'll just be what I show on my screen. Then the who are you, I would just mention things like, you know, I've been a professional developer before. I quit my job about 4 years ago to work on this full time. And so I'm a Twitch streamer. And that's probably what I'd say here. What is Botland? I'd talk about the game and have a demo for it. So I'd say something like it's free to play. It's available on phones. If it is by then, which I doubt it actually will be. And I'll show the game. That's where the demo will come in. I'll talk about this. Then the goal for today would be like show people the coding process. And it's, yeah, not to teach people how to code Botland specifically. And answer any questions that people might have. Yeah. While the industry reflects on deep work. Yeah, well, so that's one of the things. I know I'm linking you to a lot of stuff, no run around, but I have a blog post that I wrote about being a development streamer on Twitch. And yeah, the two major reasons I'm on here are for accountability and marketing. And then one of the questions that I had in the FAQ is like, are you really more productive doing this than if you hadn't been streaming? And so, yeah, on a regular day-to-day basis, there is no way that this is better than just sitting there coding on your own. However, if you're prone to distracting yourself anyway, let's say by going on Facebook for like half an hour at a time, it could be the same. And overall, it's actually better because I've gotten so many suggestions from people, and even something as simple as this, right? Like change how you worded interrupt at any time to ask questions. It's like, yeah, that's a good improvement. I might not have thought about that myself. Yeah, mob programming. Yep. Yeah, so overall, I definitely don't regret this. I think this was a good decision. If I could go back in time and make the exact same decision of should I be on Twitch or not, I would for sure choose being on Twitch. Okay, anyway, demo. The next goal today is I'll show people the coding process. I'll say show you the coding process. Not to teach people how to code and answer any questions related to the industry. Back to lurk. Hey, Warp. All right, today's tasks. So this will be based on the particular day. I think the first day we've already got planned pretty well. We're going to add taunt messages into the game. And so I'll talk about what that means and how we'll do it. And then the format of this, so ask questions. There's a Q&A at the end for the in-person audience. And yeah, maybe it should take about 30 minutes, which will expand into about 90 minutes. So I'll try to have, so I have backup tasks prepared, improvements on each task, but it'll still be prototype level work. Okay, and I think that's it. So then I think once we're done with that, I'll just say, let's get started. And yeah, you'd think after choosing this thing like 6 times, I would have known where it was. Gotta have emojis in here. Whew. Cool, yeah. What's this presentation about? This is for the event that I'm gonna be doing this Thursday. So actually this is a probably pretty good way to kind of wrap up. And let me paste one more thing in the chat. So stream botland before I answer Corp's question here. So first of all, if anyone's here in like 5 minutes from now, I will host you. So if you want my viewers, you want to stream botland, start up the stream now and I will see you pretty soon. And probably type something in chat too. But yeah, I'll explain what's going on. So today we are right now at about the end of the 4-hour stream that I was doing. On Thursday, I'm going to be traveling to Houston to work with FIRST, a nonprofit organization that tries to inspire kids to get into science and technology, to do botland streams from there. So Thursday, you'll see me on their stage from 12 to 2 on my own channel. And then from their channel, which is FIRST Inspires, you'll see them highlight my channel occasionally. So I think they'll do things like, you know, drop in at the beginning and say, all right, Adam, what are you working on? I'll explain that. They'll be like, okay, cool. You know, you should get started. And then they might drop back in after half an hour and say, all right, what progress have you done so far? And I'll show them that. So that'll be Thursday and Friday of this week. So the only other stream this week before that is going to be tomorrow for about 4 hours. We're going to try to plan Friday's content as much as we can. And it's going to be the exact same process you saw today. So I'm going to just type out a message. We're going to note the started time, design it a little bit, code it a little bit, mark an end time, and figure out what we need to do before then. So the last things I'm going to have to do here is look through action items in this note. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, today was really good. I think it was great to go through this stuff. I think we've got a solid Thursday planned, but I don't think we really have anything planned for Friday yet. Hey, Mantis and Balrog. And so the next idea is probably tomorrow what we're going to try out is adding in a way to get revenge on someone who attacked you, and maybe like single player content or something. Maybe we'll do like a bunch of smaller tasks. I'm not sure. There's only so much I can do before I start traveling on Wednesday. So I think we've got enough to kind of figure this out. And if I've got to go in blind where I just did what I did today, I think there's still some value in that. So this has been good. I'm going to be in high stress mode for like the next 2 or 3 days. Yeah, so I'll find someone else to host. Struggling issue, couldn't watch for too long. Yeah, I think it was a good day. I hope you solve your issue playing with scissors. I am gonna go host someone. Who. Let's go with Kitboga. So Kitboga is a scam baiter. I'm sure a lot of you know about him. I have a Kitboga command. Not that I think that says too much about him, but I'm gonna host him. I think that's it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this wasn't too crazy of a stream. I know it started out really bad, but yeah. Take care. See you guys.